This is a Headgum.
Hey, buddy, it's Weiger. These two thumbs up are for you, the listener or the viewer, if you're watching our video feed. These two thumbs down that I'm now doing are for the AMPTP, aka the studios, as the SAG-AFTRA strike and the WGA strikes continue. WGA strike headed towards the 120-day mark as of this recording. It's been a while since we've all been out on the picket line, starting to get very hot, but our resolve is not broken. I wanted to mention just a couple things real quick. First off, there is a bill pending in the California State Assembly, Senate Bill 799, which would help striking workers who are striking workers who have been on strike for more than 2 weeks to collect unemployment benefits. Now, Mitch and I are extremely lucky in that we have the podcast as a continuing source of income during this work stoppage, but a lot of striking workers in these two unions may not necessarily have a side hustle, something that's steady while they're unable to work due to studio intransigence. And that also extends to, other union workers. For instance, Unite Here Local 11, which is the hospitality union. A lot of hotel workers have been on strike. God bless them. They are badasses. When we've seen them out on the picket line, when they've joined us, they are just tenacious and fierce. And just have an incredible and enviable amount of solidarity, as they are all underpaid and underappreciated. And so I wanted to note that, talk about that bill, and I also wanted to again shout out the La Colombe Union, which is La Colombe Coffee, is a chain. We mentioned at the top of the episode that their staff, their workers, have organized. And so I believe they've organized with UFCW, but we mentioned their Instagram, their union Instagram in the episode. If you want to give that a follow, and maybe we'll put it on screen right here too. And also you'll find that linked at birdfuck.com. So check out that website for all of your Doughboys media and labor, organizing needs, and also just some cool bird gifts, of birds doing what's natural. It's beautiful. Something to be ashamed of. Anyway, enjoy this week's episode, Qwench.
So it's the Doughboys!
Welcome to Doughboys, the podcast about chain restaurants. I'm Nick Weiger, along with my co-host, Boston Powers, International Man of Pancakes, the Spoon Man, Mike Mitchell.
Haven't I been called Boston? Oh, no, that's from Jonah Ray's show.
Jonah Ray had the Boston Powers
Boston
on his
Powers.
Hidden America.
How did it take this long to get to that one? That seems like season 1.
Yeah.
You know what? It's a long, winding road with Doughboys roast, but this one came around eventually. We got to Boston Powers. I think it's the colon International Man of Pancakes that put it over the top.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, all
You're
right.
something Dane Cook?
So Doughboys
Remember
roast.
Dane Cook was he was the thief?
What?
Yes, that was what people accused him
Dane
of.
Cook
yeah.
was the thief.
Oh, everybody.
He stole precious jokes from Louis.
He stole Louis' jokes.
He stole Louis' jokes.
I
Don't
will
worry,
never forgive
all
him.
of Louis' jokes are back now. He has this vault of jokes that he gets to swim through, like Scrooge McDuck. So a Doughboys roast, is that like a morning roast, like a blonde, or is that more of like a deep afternoon?
It's like a dark roast, yeah.
Oh,
It's pretty.
okay.
Mitch is usually pretty scorched afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
That one came from Maximilian in Santa Fe Springs, California.
No,
I know how to
it's
pronounce
Santa
that.
Fe.
Not Santa Fe. Santa Fe. Hey, howdy Doughboys, Emma, Amelia, and guest. I was recently listening to your live episode on Grace Papaya, where Mitch danced out on stage dressed as Austin Powers to the excellent Soul Bossa Nova by Quincy Jones. In a flash of what I would call utter brilliance, this roast popped into my brain. Thank you for hours of entertainment and your advocacy of workers' rights and the importance of unions, SEIU Local 99 here. Thanks, Maximilian.
We've talked about how a good
roasthumanity.com.
movie would be Santa Barbara, where like a lady named Barbara becomes Santa.
That would be great.
Yeah, I think it's a great title.
Or Santa's sister. We've talked about,
Okay, so it's a whole corporation, and everyone is Santa. There's Santa Fe is Santa Barbara's assistant.
played by
Tina Fey. Yeah, sure.
She's
sure.
funny.
She is funny.
She's the Santa Fe is. I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, and you know who the cool guy is? Everybody wants
Who's this?
Santa Cruz.
Oh shit.
played by Dane Cook.
Yep. Yeah, stole the role from Tom. Am I not supposed to talk yet?
You're doing great. I love
Okay.
it when people chime in. There's not an
Ding
explicit
dong.
ban. There's not an explicit ban on guests talking up top. You can.
Okay.
We did that recently, Mitch, with our friend Ashley Ray, and
Oh, yeah.
we did so much just informal chatter before we got into the meat of the pod before a formal introduction. Maybe that's our thing now. Maybe we do that. We steal that from Blank Check. We
Where
just talk with the guests before we introduce them.
And then at the last minute, you're like, well, let's start the pod.
Yeah.
I feel like for the guests, it's always better because people can see us bombing.
Right.
And then they're like, oh, the guest is good. You know, when the guest is talking to us. Like,
Yeah.
They're like,
Yeah.
they listen
Who's
to
this
us
clever
bomb
person?
for, exactly.
Wow,
for 5
she
minutes
seems
straight.
charismatic.
But I think there's also an element of people want to be like, okay, I can relate to the person sitting between the Doughboys not laughing because that's me right
yeah.
now. It's
All
like
right,
the
well,
audience
let's tell them.
surrogate.
It's me, Millie Bobby Brown.
Mitch, hey, speaking of workers,
Dane
I wanted
Cook,
to
a
shout.
Boston guy.
What's that?
Dane Cook, a Boston guy.
Is he really?
Bobby Brown,
Oh,
also a Boston
I thought
guy,
that was
not
just a
Millie.
sentence you were saying.
Dane Cook, a Boston guy.
Like,
It's a vocal warm up.
yeah.
Dane Cook, a
Boston
Boston guy.
Yeah, like at a Cannibal Cafe, Dane, Cook a Boston guy.
Any noise annoys an oyster, but a noisy noise annoys an oyster most.
Rubber baby Bucky bumpers, red leather, yellow leather, unique New York,
I don't know any of them.
pee pee in the poo poo pot,
You know, Dane Cook, a Boston
poo poo in the
guy.
pee pee pot.
Dane Cook, a Boston guy. Dane Cook, a Boston guy. Bobby Brown, Millie, not Millie, but Bobby Brown.
Millie Bobby Brown bobs a bit of Boblica. No, I don't know. My favorite one to give celebrities when I would work with people like trying to teach them music stuff was always poo poo in the pee pee pot, which isn't one, but I loved making people
Poo-poo in the pee-pee pot.
Poo poo in the pee pee pot.
poo poo in the pee pee pot,
Poo poo in the pee pee pot.
poo poo in the pee pee
Sounds like our
pot.
Pee-pee
listeners
in the poo-poo pot.
talking to their wives.
Poo poo in the pee pee pot.
I want poo-poo in the pee-pee pot.
Wow,
Can I
your
have
listeners
dinner?
got way cooler than the last time I did this show.
Mitch, I want to shout out real quick before we get started because I just found out about this prior to record. La Colombe, there is a La Colombe location, one of the coffee shops across from Headgum, and this is a chain that is nationwide. They are unionizing.
Hell yeah.
So LC
wow.
Workers Union on Instagram, the La Colombe Workers Union, you can find out more about what they're fighting for right now. They have, they have decided to unionize, and they're still waiting on recognition. They're still waiting on a contract. So they're in that stage of the process, which, as we know, corporations love to drag out. But solidarity with everyone over at La Colombe. And thanks for the oat milk latte. 'Cause
Ooh.
this was dynamite.
Love that spot.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorite. There's a location that I won't disclose because I don't want to blow it up, but it's one of my favorite meeting people for coffee spots. And I ordered some of their oat milk lattes. They were having a great sale online. And then before I would go out and pick it, boom, have a nice cold latte already ready for me in the
That's
fridge.
nice.
There you go.
Yeah.
My mom and sister just left town.
Yeah.
They're here for 12 days,
It was a lengthy stay.
which is as long as the days
Were they
of Christmas.
staying with you?
There are 12 days of Christmas. So
Yeah,
everyone
we
knows.
know.
Yeah, no, we know that part. Don't
they-
do them.
they-
Don't do them.
What about the 12 days
No,
of
don't do
Boston
them.
Christmas? What would that be like?
Hangovers. Remember we did that one?
Hangovers.
Oh, God.
They did stay with me. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that is a lot. That's a lot for any guest in your space.
It was
12 days.
12 days. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I could
On
do
the
that.
first day of
Nope.
mummy visit, my mummy gave to me.
Okay, now you have to do
Kisses,
all of them.
1, 2,
Once you start it,
3.
you have to do the whole thing. You can't just back out of it and be like, "Hi, I indicated the joke." You do the whole joke. On
the second day of mummy visit, my mummy gave to me a hug for Wally and Irma and me.
No, that's two. You get
I rhymed
two.
me with me.
Oh boy.
It's also gonna be
supposed to be
two.
two.
It's gonna be
And then
two.
3, and then 4, and then 5, and then 6.
Two
all the way up to
kitten
12.
snuggles.
2, yeah, that's good.
Yeah. And a hug Was the hug the first one?
You know what?
Yeah. Okay. Now you learned your lesson about a joke.
What's it called when you kiss someone on the nose? That's
it's called a nose kiss.
a nose kiss. Okay.
No, Eskimo.
Yes.
Oh no, yeah, we're not supposed to say that.
That's why I wasn't sure if it was outdated.
You backed me into that.
That's right.
God damn it!
You tried to make me do the whole bit. I'm gonna get you canceled.
You got me canceled. Dang it.
I think I got a pitch for it because 5 golden rings is a big thing.
Yeah.
5 golden rings. It's got to be like a big moment. I think
That's the Miss Piggy line.
and so I think for mommy visit, it should be 5 minutes in heaven.
Oh my God.
Closing the door on the closet, living inside. For my mommy, dreams to come true. Like that?
Jesus Christ.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Did I step into something? I'm just trying to support everybody. Did I say the wrong thing?
No, this is I'm loving every minute of this.
We ended the trip.
You ended the night.
We ended the trip last night. My mom, sister, and I, we were trying to find something to watch, and we watched the Boston Marathon bombing. I shouldn't even say the evil corporation that I fucking hate.
Wow.
Yeah.
We watched a documentary. We can bleep that little part out on the Boston Marathon bombing.
We're running out of lead time on these
Yeah.
documentaries to like travesties to documentaries.
Yeah.
I feel
Yeah.
like I'm gonna pass a car accident on the way to work and then get there and be like, "Wow, there's a documentary about that now."
And there's a reenactment actor that's you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I was thinking about as I was falling asleep last night?
No.
Bladed drones.
Okay.
I was just like picturing like drones.
Honestly,
with
it's not the
blades.
worst answer you could have said.
Yeah, that's cool.
And it's just like if you because I know it's a thing that's real. It's like they have predator drones that basically they fire a projectile, but instead of exploding, it has just like a bunch of blades on it. And so if, like you shoot it into a car, it can kill just your target and not the surrounding people.
Really?
So yeah,
Those got to be tiny blades then.
they're little blades, but it's just it'll kill everyone in the car, but it's not going to kill like the adjacent cars.
I thought it was
and
like
the
zooming up to
pedestrians.
just one person.
I mean,
being like,
that's
don't tell your friends.
That's the next step. But I was like, what?
My
if you-
guess was like the final scene in Happiness was going to be my guess for what you're thinking of in bed. But
Okay, wow, getting indie. I can't believe if that's a thing. I mean, that's got to be very new because why is that not already on the commercial market? And why haven't I seen a bunch of dudes slicing up tomatoes in their backyard?
Well, that's what I'm thinking. I'm like, at some point, someone is going to use this for, like
Goofing around.
Yeah, exactly. Something
bad.
Something bad's gonna. I mean, not that it's not already being used for bad.
Are you tying this to the marathon bombings in some way?
Which is making me think of it.
Well,
Cool.
the thing it made me think about was what's the guy's name? Sarnayev or whatever. The remember Rolling
Sirhan?
the guy Sarnayev, the guy who the marathon bombing guy.
Oh, okay.
He was
Sirhan shot RFK.
yes.
Yeah.
Right.
Do you remember when they had that? There was like that glamour shot cover of the magazine.
This is what I was.
That's
This
what
is.
you're-
I mean,
yeah.
it's not in the documentary, but I remembered being like, Rolling Stone put him on the cover.
Yeah,
of,
That's
and
right.
It
He was on the
really
cover of
like
Rolling
a
Stone.
Who's he looking at? Kind of photo.
It was
right?
horrible. And anytime I see like a listicle of Rolling Stone, I'm like, this sucks. I'm like, oh yeah, I forget that they put him on the cover.
To be
of fucking
fair,
Rolling
he had just
Stone.
released a great single. No, wait, that was someone else. Never mind. There was no reason for him to be in Rolling Stone at all.
There's no reason it didn't make any sense. But I just, what if I
Speaking
can't believe that?
of-
That's insane.
Speaking of timely yet inappropriate Rolling Stone covers, one of the things in the Sinead O'Connor postings recently was her reaction to Kim Kardashian being on the cover of Rolling Stone. I don't know if it's real. That's the sad thing. When somebody posts something that's too funny and good,
Yeah.
very often it's not real. But the posting I saw was her being like, "Why the fuck is she on the cover of this magazine?"
Wow.
Yeah, that's the. I mean, it didn't. I mean, Rolling Stone, I guess, was probably already dead at that point, 10 years ago, right? Was when it was.
I'm still mad at Sinead for tearing up that picture of the Pope.
Yeah.
How
Oh, wait.
dare she?
There's a bunch of stuff about the Pope I think you haven't heard.
Okay, I'll do 30 years of.
I still
Look
think
30 years of
I'm with
research.
Lauren. She can't come back to the show.
No, I mean, I from time to time just get that's one of my little soapboxes about her and Lauryn Hill. The same issue destroyed Lauryn Hill's career, and it's
Yeah.
like, are we still not agreeing with them on that? I feel like we've all come around.
I had a couple of high school friends who are part of Lauryn Hill's like touring band. They had a bunch of stories. They're sharing an interview, but I'll
yeah, I can't vouch for them being
Yeah.
like cool people in other respects, but the part of them where they were like Lauryn Hill refused to perform for the Pope because she was like, yeah, this is a terrible organization that does bad things to kids. And people were like, wow, out of nowhere.
It's funny because the Pope rejected the Doughboys under the same logic.
Whoa. I mean, that is true, though.
Yeah, that's true, yeah.
I like the Pope. I like both popes in The New Pope, the movie The New Pope. They're fun.
Was it a
the
movie
double
or was it a
popes?
network or was it a TV show?
No, it was two popes. The two popes is what you're thinking of.
Oh,
Okay.
the two popes.
the
and
two
then-
popes and
and
the
then
young pope is
Dirty
the new
Boy
pope.
Pope.
There was
okay.
never a new pope, huh?
I don't think there was
guess
a
a
new-
new pope
No,
was
there
just when
was
they're-
there was a new pope. There was the young pope was the first season. The
Thank
new
you,
pope
Casey.
was the second
Okay.
season.
Okay.
I know that all I know is I like
Thank you,
I prefer
Casey.
to fly out of Bob Pope Network. Airport.
Casey's very religious, by
Yeah.
the way. We should say that's how he runs all this.
I
Sorry
love the pope.
about all the Pope talk. When you invite me on to talk about Qwench, I'm going to talk about the Pope. Sorry. It
I would
just
like Weiger to
happens.
announce Sarnayev because it seemed like you kind of skirted.
Sarnayev?
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy's no good.
Oh,
Not
no,
good.
he's
There
looking
we go.
shifty while he does it. There's no heart in that.
Seriously, though, if you had bladed drones, like if a civilian got
No
their
one
hands
else
on
is
them,
talking
imagine
about
what
this
bladed
this is.
drones.
Those are like an open air stadium, like besieged by bladed drones.
Okay, what about drones with like legs that have little switchblades that flick in and out?
Fuck, that's cool.
Yeah,
That'd be awesome.
right.
Dane Cook, Louie, we're Boston strong.
Oh, God.
All three of us are Boston strong.
Dane Cook, a Boston guy, okay? Because this one's a little too raw.
Boston strong. They took back the nickname after people found out I was from Boston.
Mitch, you got a
Some
drop.
are strong. Oh shit. Emma, hit him with the drop. I went to Hershey, Pennsylvania.
I have a theme park there.
I went to Hershey, Pennsylvania.
Kind of sucks.
I went to Hershey, Pennsylvania.
I have a theme park there.
Yep.
The Hershey's factory tour. Kind of sucks.
I went to Hershey, Pennsylvania.
I have a theme park there.
I went to Hershey, Pennsylvania.
Kind of sucks.
I went to Hershey, Pennsylvania.
I have a theme park there.
Yep.
The Hershey's factory tour. Kind of sucks.
We went to Amish country. I remember.
Yeah.
We went to Amish country. I remember.
Yeah.
We went to Amish country. I remember.
Sucks. Kind of sucks. Well crafted drop.
It was. It
Nice.
sounded
Very-
old.
very
It sounded
jazzy.
like it sounded like the audio was taken from an old time. I also got a call. I got a call from a random number.
All right, well, don't pick it up.
Yeah.
All right. Here it is. The drop submission.
It was sort of like that. You remember the jazzy hip hop movement?
Acid jazz, kind of.
Yeah. I don't remember.
Shout out to Central Pennsylvania.
Miles Davis had a rap album. It was his last album. I think it was called like.
I'm thinking more like Far Side
Okay,
era.
okay.
You know.
Got it.
You know.
I know less about that.
Farside rap album would be fun as hell.
There was a group called. Are you thinking
the
just the
big-
cows?
Yeah, I'm thinking the cows.
Okay.
I know.
Everybody
not PH.
stop rapping. A car's coming. And then they pop back up.
I think the cows are the cows rapping or something. I mean, they're
Cavemen. There's lots of characters.
there's a lot of.
Yeah.
Shout out to Central Pennsylvania, Jeremy from Harrisburg, PA,
Wow.
and the it's kinda sucks.mp3 is the
Made a good, like, I like when someone isolates like the craft of that drop. You know, it's like they isolated
Yeah.
like a little bit of dialogue and like turned it into a rhythm that I didn't know had any sort of
I
cadence
wonder where
to
that
it.
dial is from. Someone can tell us, but I'll also forget this and not care by the time we hear it. So
Was it maybe sometime where you talked about going to Hershey, Pennsylvania?
is that recent?
Might have been. I don't know.
It does kind of suck.
Yeah, I mean, the
We went
fact
to-
I've heard about the factory tour is not great.
We went to Amish country too.
I mean, it depends on how old you are when you go. 'Cause
Okay, all right.
I went when I was, I believe, 10 years old, and it's a lot of
We
chocolate.
we were there and it was raining, so we went on the Hershey's tour, like the tour, which is like you sit in seats that moved. I don't know if it's the same thing, and then you got like a piece of Hershey, like a Hershey Kiss at the end of it.
That's it?
Yeah, that was kind of all we got to do there. And then we went to Amish country.
You didn't get to go to the theme park?
No, I think it was like mostly shut down because of the rain.
Oh, boy.
And we were in
Yeah.
fucking Amish country besides that.
Oh man.
No. And I bet the rain kind of killed the smell because in Hershey, Pennsylvania, the whole town smells like chocolate. So when
Yeah.
you first get
Wow.
there, you're like, this is great. And then and the next day, you're like, I'm in hell.
Yeah, we've taled about that before. If you
Oh,
were
well,
to smell
shut up
like,
then, Eliza.
No.
Shut the fuck up.
No.
You dumb bitch. Jesus, bitch.
You trying to cancel me?
I don't have to try. You already did it. That's not the kind of stuff you say to a colleague.
This is fucked up.
Oh, I'm fucked up now. Okay, great. Thank
You and
you.
Tsarnaev are
Thank
kind of
you.
similar to me right now.
What?
Wow.
Wow.
Should put you on the cover of Rolling Stone.
I wish. Ooh, it would help my career.
Our guest today, actor, writer, comedian Eliza Skinner, one of our favorites. Eliza, thank you so much for making time for us.
Thank
been
you
too
for
long.
getting me lunch.
I think the last time we had you on must have been pre-pandemic because I remember being in
No.
studio. Did we have you on during the pandemic?
Yeah, because I believe Blaze Pizza was.
We did Blaze Pizza. That's what it was.
Yeah,
okay.
for,
I was trying to think.
Because right around when Ned came out.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah,
And that one had to be online.
cross-promotion. Yes.
Right, because we made that show. We did that show in 2019, and then it came out during the pandemic.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Now, now it's all adding up. I remember that being in studio for whatever reason.
COVID numbers rising.
No, yeah.
What was that guy?
Yeah.
What is that?
COVID numbers rising.
Is that
Is that a
what you say
guy?
at the beginning of a song, like before you start rapping?
No, just an observation. COVID numbers rising.
Oh, right now they are. Okay. Wow. It's fun how like sometimes you got to just figure it out.
Yeah.
You know, like with a toddler.
I don't know what that was, but all right.
What's he
COVID numbers
saying?
rising.
You drew that for me? Okay.
I think that it was pretty close to George H.W. Bush. It was kind of close to not gonna do it.
Oh, sure.
Oh.
But I didn't intend it to be that. I think it's a new guy.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
COVID numbers rising. Kind
Yeah.
of like a surfer guy
Yeah, sure.
who's just
How's
getting
the surf looking?
pretty good.
No, well, you had it right there, my guy. Come on.
What about how's the stock market doing?
Doing all right.
No.
And then how about COVID numbers?
COVID numbers rising.
Okay. Yep. Comedy and hard. It's about tension and release.
I think it's a good character.
Yeah, it's good. I like him.
Backstory?
Surfer.
Got it.
Nice. I like it when someone's really fleshed it out like that.
Surfer.
Eliza, we are in the. It's a very we're talking about a juice chain, and that's partly because we pitched it to you because we were like,
I think
it's a summer.
I don't think it's a religious chain at all.
Well, I meant okay. All right. Don't try canceling me now. All right.
I won't be the only one canceled with Mitch.
Mutually assured destruction. This is a juice chain, and it's partly because we're here in the dog days of summer. It's been super duper hot out here. Like, what do you do to stay cool in the summer sun?
Oh, I lift up my shirt in front of the air conditioner.
Oh, that's a fun move.
So that's not really in the summer sun. That's usually
Sure.
inside.
But yeah, it's same principle.
Yeah. Because I just try to scurry back inside. I'll go out and I'll either pick it or walk the dog.
Yes.
And then I come back inside sopping wet and just stand in front of the air conditioner.
So when you're outside on picket duty or on dog duty, are you like, is this a cold drink situation? Are you someone who likes like a smoothie, like an ice cream? Do you do anything to cool down?
I feel like, so for me, any kind of sweet thing when it's hot, like I kind of instantly get the sense of, when a sweet thing walks past you and you're like, hey, no. When like a juice or a soda falls on hot pavement and is there for a few hours
Yeah.
and then becomes a disgusting, sticky yuck.
Right.
I visualize and or feel that inside of myself.
Wow. Okay.
So like just a water, that'll do it for me. I like and also a room temp water.
Sure. I mean, water's a good answer.
Yeah.
Like giver of life. I'm big on water. I hydrate a lot.
I like Spindrifts too, which just like water
Oh,
with just a
Spindrift's fun.
kiss of juice in there. Also big into the Yassos. I'm not sponsored by any.
Wait, tell me about Yasso.
Ooh, Greek
Yeah,
yogurt.
The Greek yogurt bars?
Yasso?
Oh, yeah.
Yasso is not on my radar.
They are so good. And they are very expensive. So anytime I find them on sale, I become like a crazy person.
Okay.
Where I'm like hoarding
Okay,
them.
I've seen these. I haven't had them.
Yeah. I'm very into the black raspberry with white chocolate and dark chocolate chips, which is hard to find. And the mint chocolate chip. Also good.
They have little, we were
Yasso.
talking about the bites. A little bite.
Yeah, that's
bites
too
are
much
fun.
for me with the candy coating or the chocolate coating.
Yeah.
I like a hard chocolate, or hard ice cream.
Yes.
Like I don't like a soft. I like you bite into it, and these deliver with that.
Yasso sounds like a J.J. Abrams Star Wars planet. Like just like first idea. It's called Yasso. I don't know.
Captain, we're closing in on Yasso.
It's like
They're
it's
sending mochi to us.
It's like a dust planet. There's like dust on it. Whatever.
Does that come up for you a lot?
What? Star Wars bonnets?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, it's what I think about most of the time. Okay, so you're
I was trying to like think of the actors who would be king and queen of Yasso. And I was trying like it would be like some sort of stunt casting as well.
Oh, yeah,
sure.
Isabella Rossellini.
Isabella Rossellini would be that is great.
And
Welcome
then, like,
to Yasso.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it'd be-
That's my Isabella Rossellini.
It's pretty good.
Thank you.
And then like Bryan Adams, the singer.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's pretty
A
good.
little bit of a curveball.
Okay.
All right.
All
Okay,
right.
sure.
Yeah,
I didn't know he
yeah,
acted. He
yeah.
does. Oh, he doesn't. Okay. All right.
Or we should maybe throw in is Bryan Adams right wing? We there should be someone who then is like
Oh,
clearly
yeah.
is
So
right
Gary
wing.
Sinise.
Yeah, there you go.
That's good because
Well,
Gary Sinise is also like, yeah, we knew he was like we knew he got into like the military stuff because of Gump.
Yeah.
He's good though. That's the thing. You see
Yeah.
Gary Sinise like, he is good.
Yeah.
I like seeing Sinise.
Yeah, his.
I do like seeing
He did
seeing
that
Sinise.
Mice and Men, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's got to be meaningful to you guys.
Jesus.
What did I say? Because it's a good movie.
Ooh. I got fucking burnt.
Yeah, I just looked in my brain and said, "Dane, cook a Boston guy." Boston guy, Boston dude. I forgot already.
I think I said Boston guy.
Guy works.
Okay.
Let's talk. Okay, so I want to talk. So you're someone who doesn't normally go for the juice. You'll go for like a frozen treat. You'll go for water. But
Yeah.
where do you land with juice in general?
Juice is usually like too much. It's
Too much.
too decadent. You know, like I like even as a kid, I like a thinned out juice. Water it down some.
Oh,
It's
sure.
more refreshing that way. I'm like that with most of my drinks, even like cocktails. I'll be like, water it down. Give me the water version of that.
Too much sweetness, too much sugar.
Yeah, I don't know, cause and then it like lingers in your mouth and it turns. You know?
Interesting. I don't really like water things down, but I understand the principle. You know, Nally will do that sometimes. I usually will just go full potency. But I probably, if I'm going to like a cocktail or something, it's just like I don't usually have more than one or two cocktails, and after that I'm just like I can't have any more sugar.
Yeah, but like even one, I would be like,
Interesting.
throw some soda on top of that.
Yeah, sure, I get that.
Yeah.
As a big tiki guy, we talked about this before, but I went with tiki. I went to tiki tea with my mom and sister.
Not tiki torches, tiki drinks.
Not anymore. You're not that guy now,
I'm
right?
not. If I was going to use
Juice will not
tiki
repl-
torch,
okay.
it would be to. If I was going to use, if I was going to use a tiki torch, it would be to hunt down the Tsarnaev and
There you go.
Skinner together.
What?
They're a duo now.
We are not together. Not anymore. We'll see. I mean, I am single.
I had a couple drinks at Tiki Tea, and it's like, I love that place. It's one of my favorite places in the world. But you can't. You can do what, 3
Get so weighed
tiki
down.
drinks? You get weighed down. You also get shit faced. Is the other issue.
Right, because those have like, you sneakily will have like 3 shots in them.
Yeah.
But yeah, I at a certain point, if I'm going to doing cocktails in any context, I'm just like, if I'm going to have more drinks, I'm going to switch to like wine or something a little milder.
Yeah, I just like I feel like I want my beverages either to be like coffee. That's in its own situation, and hot beverages in general. I'm not talking about hot beverages right now. We can't even get into that. But I want
you know
them
what?
refreshing. I want them. I am a plant. Water me. That's
Got
how
We're
I
fucked
feel.
up enough podcast that we will talk about hot coffee in the middle of the summer, right, Wags?
Oh, we'll do that. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll fucking do it.
We'll talk about it, the fucking espresso or whatever in the middle of the summer. We'll do it.
Are you guys harassing me? I do not consent.
You did say you were single, and then we started acting this way. It's kind of,
I mean,
it is scary.
A dog's got to bark.
Why? You got a hot coffee right there.
I do have a hot Well, look, here's the thing. On a hot day, I will have a hot drink because, first off, it's gotten a lot cooler in the studio. I mean, we used to have issues with it being. Headgum has addressed it. Headgum has worked, and they've figured out how to ventilate this space so it's not punishingly
We
hot in
lifted
the
one of the
studio.
Headgum hunks into the ventilator shaft.
Yeah.
He easily wiggled his way through
Yeah.
there.
Doesn't sound like much of a hunk.
Oh,
It's a lithe hunk, yeah.
Okay.
A sinewy hunk.
A JV hunk.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
There was what they thought was a rat up there. It was koala had been sleeping in the vent. They knocked him out, and now the air has been working in here. It's nice. It's been really nice.
Yeah, it's been great.
It's just not that true. It's sometimes is nice,
but it's a lot better than it was.
Sorry.
Casey.
Sorry.
Well, Casey, you
Casey.
agree with
It's
me.
not-
I know
it's
you
not-
agree with me.
Yeah, I'm in this room probably more than anybody.
Yeah.
Directed at Casey. It's not Casey's fault.
Not Casey's fault. We don't think.
There was a. There was.
He might secretly be like, I like it hot, and like there's a possibility he does that.
Wait, who said that?
Yeah. Might as well make
Your
Casey.
impressions are like as the episode goes on, just getting better and better.
I
Wow.
like it hot. Make it hot in the room. He might say that. We never
Oh
know.
God! Again, I was like, what?
Doesn't sound like
I was
that.
looking at him, but then the voice was from over here.
I'm just saying that
Wow.
might be a case. It might be the case. I'm not saying it is the case.
Here's the thing. It's regardless of whether it's how hot it is in here, it's a lot better than it used to be. But it's hot outside, and even when it's hot in here, I will have a hot beverage because if it's a cold drink, and I'm keeping, I don't know if it's framed in or not, but my juice is at
sweat?
arm's length because I will just chug it. I will chug something cold on a hot day, but something hot I will sip.
I also, in trying to guess what you were going to say incorrectly, I have a real problem with sweaty drinks.
Yeah,
You
condensation,
know?
boy.
Like I hate a little puddle
What a
around
thing.
my drink.
I hate that too.
And that doesn't happen with room temp, and it doesn't happen with hot beverage. Also, I have an emotional relationship with a hot coffee. Like that is comfort. That is
Sure.
good morning. I support you in this part of your day, and then go off into the world and do what you can.
Yeah, daily
Mother
ritual for
coffee.
me. Yeah, for sure.
I'll tell you what I did while my mom and sister were here
I
again.
bet you will.
Another thing.
Why would you stop now?
My mom loves guisados. She always wants to go to guisados whenever we're here.
Guisados, the taco place.
Guisados.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, sorry.
Okay.
Well, no, you were good. I mean, it's just like, yeah.
All right, I was slightly
I didn't say it
off.
perfectly either.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
I thought it was more.
Does she get
guisado.
fajitas?
She actually, my mom did get fajitas on the strip when we went to Casa Vega. I was looking at you because I thought you would know it from Quentin Tarantino.
It's Casa Vega. Thanks, Casey.
It's like the voice is just bouncing around this room as these impeccable impersonations keep happening.
I like my rooms like I like fajitas sizzling.
Who is that?
That's Casey again.
Oh, it didn't sound like him that time.
But she did get fajitas at Casa Vega. We went to Casa Vega to celebrate a big event in my life that
That
maybe
you're not allowed
happened
to
a
talk
week,
about.
but I'm not allowed to talk about. So we went and had
Because
some.
society frowns upon it, but, you know, you found love.
Jesus Christ.
At the OC Fair with a Ferris wheel.
Let's just say we were celebrating 10 years of Boston strong. It was a 10-year celebration of Boston being strong. But we went to Casa Vega, and we went to Guisado's, Wags, and there's a cold brew horchata. You get the half cold brew, half horchata, and it's fucking great. And my mom will always get an extra one and then put it in our coffee. And I was having the horchata coffee mix.
See, that's
So
something
good.
I have tried over and over, and it like my idea of it is always so good. Like this is gonna be perfect, and then the execution, it never delivers.
Which is okay. So what have you tried? I guess is my question.
Just at different places that have horchata coffee
Oh man,
mixes. Maybe I gotta
have
try
you
it
had
on my own.
Guisados? Or say it
No.
again, please, Wags.
Guisados. And I
Guisados.
believe it's horchata while we're doing pronunciation.
For fuck's
I
sake.
think the H is silent. But I was gonna say it's the.
Oh,
I think so.
excuse us.
Well, no, I'm not saying it perfect. I'm not an expert on Spanish pronunciation, but I believe it's
Babbel.com,
horchata.
code word Doughboys. Check it out.
But I do, I oftentimes I do like it, but to me that's like a twice a year thing because it can be so sweet sometimes.
Yeah.
And I like it. Like I kind of like if I'll often go for like a Jamaica or something, which is also sweet, but it's just like for whatever reason it's not quite as potent as an horchata.
Yeah.
At least in my experience.
Hi, Micah is nice.
Jamaica's
Sounds like
nice,
someone
yeah.
saying hi to me. Hi, Micah.
Are there other segments on the show?
Let's take a break. We'll be back with more Doughboys.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy, the Spoon Man. Our next partner is Athletic Greens. I take AG1 by Athletic Greens literally every day. I gave AG1 a try because I wanted better gut health, Wags. I wanted my guts to feel healthy.
Yeah, you got to have them feel good. And you know what? Take AG1 in the morning before starting your day. and it'll make you feel like you're doing something good for your body, like giving it the nutrition it craves. It's hard to keep up with a supplement routine that comes with a bunch of different products, but AG1 makes that so much easier.
AG1 was designed with ease in mind so you can live healthier and better without having to do a lot. It's powerful because it's so easy to fit into your lifestyle. It's the healthiest thing you can do in under a minute. Why? You just take a scoop, you get all your vitamins, all your minerals, everything, and your immune system's boosted.
That's right.
You just drink it down, you're done for the day.
It's 1 scoop of powder mixed with water once a day.
You see this?
AG1. That was good, man.
That's what you do.
You ever thought about going pro, snapping?
I've thought about it.
Yeah. You're good. I mean, you're talented. You can do what you want with your life, but
I also thought about maybe going pro
wow.
whistling.
I might need to work on that one.
What the?
AG1 gives you increased energy and mood support, making it easy to live your best life. AG1 has been part of millions of mornings since 2010. My AG1 is delivered to me every month, so it's been super easy to make it a daily habit.
That's right, Wags. They also have single-serving travel packs, so you never have to miss a day. All you have to do is mix the powder into ice-cold water and drink it first thing each morning. That's it. With AG1, taking good care of my body each day is really that simple.
It's a snap.
If you're looking for an easier way to take supplements, Athletic Greens is giving you a free 1-year supply of vitamin D and 5 free travel packs with your first purchase. Go to athleticgreens.com/doughboys. That's athleticgreens.com/doughboys.
Check it out. There's subscriptions for everything these days, from streaming services to fitness programs, and sometimes it feels impossible to keep tabs on what you're paying for each month. That's why I'm such a huge fan of Rocket Money.
Rocket Money is a personal finance app that finds and cancels your unwanted subscriptions, monitors your spending, and helps you lower your bills all in one place.
Most people think they're spending $80 on their subscriptions, when in reality the number is closer to $200 when you're signed up for so many things, like streaming services you use to watch one show or free trials for delivery apps you don't use. It's so easy to lose track of what you're paying for.
With Rocket Money, you can easily cancel the ones you don't want with just the press of a button.
No more long hold times or annoying emails with customer service. Rocket Money does all the work for you.
Rocket Money can even negotiate to lower your bills for you by up to 20%. All you have to do is take a picture of your bill, and Rocket Money takes care of the rest. Rocket Money also lets you monitor all your expenses in one place, recommends custom budgets based on your past spending, and they'll even send you notifications when you've reached your spending limits.
With over 3 million users and counting, Rocket Money customers have saved an average of $720 a year.
Stop wasting money on things you don't use. Cancel your unwanted subscriptions and manage your money the easy way by going to rocketmoney.com/doughboys.
That's rocketmoney.com/doughboys. rocketmoney.com/doughboys. Welcome back to Doughboys. You're here with Eliza Skinner, discussing this week's chain, Qwench with a W. Qwench.
I gotta go back to the horchata thing.
Yes, go for it.
The horchata and cold brew is sweet, but then also you could, first of all, just get the horchata. Say it again, please.
Do you want to write it down and then tell it to us later?
You could just get the horchata and then put it into your coffee at your house.
Yeah, see, that's what I think I got to play around with.
Have you ever had the horchata at Usados?
No.
You should try it.
Okay.
I don't even know. Fuck you. I don't even know if you're right on it.
Why are you mad at me?
Just fuck off, man.
Okay. What are we really mad about?
He might just be wrong on it. I'm mad my mom and sister are gone. I miss them.
Okay. All right. That's really
They were for
sweet.
12 days. They left last night.
Mm-hmm.
Did they have a good time?
On the 12th day of mom visit.
I bet they'll come back.
My mommy gave to me.
Okay. Maybe we should just...
Bye-bye, Lammy. Lammy's my nickname.
Really intimate.
It would be, yeah, that really was a lot, but it would be 12 bye-byes to Lammy. You gotta follow the math of the song. 12 bye-byes to Lammy.
Yeah, and then you got to count backwards with all the other things, but you don't
I'm
have
doing
to.
it by the I'm doing the 12 day
11 belly tickles.
I'm doing the 12 pains of hangover.
10 beard massages.
9 special good mornings.
Is that what fucking Nicole Brown? Isn't that like this? Isn't that what happened? Oh no, it's the Brentwood Hello or whatever. Remember
Jesus.
this?
That's where your mind went?
Yeah.
Wow. No wonder you're stressed after this visit.
Remember the Brentwood Hello or whatever
No.
it was? It was It was crazy. Look it up. Look it up on your own.
It was a slang term for like a beeger, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sneaking into someone's bed and then like waking them up, sucking them off and waking them up.
Sexual assault is.
It was.
I mean, it was. They were in relationships. I think
You can still sexually assault someone you're in a relationship with, Mitch.
I agree with that. I didn't do the
I'm
Brentwood
glad you
hello.
agree with that.
No one's Brentwood helloing anyone.
No one Brentwood helloed anyone.
Wow, you would almost earn the points to get not canceled.
I'm just gonna say this: the guys were like, "Yeah, I think that they're like they're
like a Brentwood
I like a
hello,
Brentwood
right,
hello.
yeah.
This is nice."
Okay, that's not
Have you
exactly
never-
how consent works, but
Your issue is with
I have
It's
no
with these
issue.
bros.
It's with these
Who we
bros.
are condemning.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
You got to take this up with OJ and the rest of them. I have no idea.
I don't want to do that.
I don't remember. Was this used in the defense? Like it was like, oh, she like because I think it was one of those things where it all came down to like where they were trying to attack her character, right? That was part of it.
Yes.
And it was just
yeah.
I remember that, and I remember the other thing that was the other. I learned Brentwood hello, and the other one was I think it was Bolivian necktie. I can't remember, Colombian necktie.
Yeah.
Which like that was like supposed to be like some
a
sort
bolo?
of because she was like involved. Well, no, it was like a way of killing someone. It was like because you are involved in some sort of the drug trade, and so they're basically saying like, yeah, she's this. There's promiscuity and drug use. Who can trust anything about this person?
You know what else happened around then? The Mendendez brothers trial.
That's true, and this is a thing we've talked about recently, and I know it's become something of an obsession of yours.
Well, I don't know.
We're kind of
about
like the
an
new
obsession.
Mendendez brothers. Wagner and I. Nick and I are kind of like the new Mendendez brothers.
In which way?
I don't know. A lot of different ways.
There's two of us.
There's two of us. We give people the same vibes.
All right.
Went to a basketball game together.
Very
We
wealthy
did. We
history
did.
of a ton of abuse. Killed your parents.
It's a
Never.
bleak. That is when you actually dig deep, and that is so bleak. And it's also one of those things where like it's unbelievable the thing because I grew up in Southern California. That was on the news all the time. That the narrative that was used then was just like these kids are just lying because to get away with killing their parents because they wanted the money. It was just like. And then you hear all the details of it. It's like, oh, nowadays that completely would not fly.
Yeah, that's what got me obsessed with it.
Yeah.
Because, and not obsessed, but fixated.
I know what you mean, yeah.
In an unhealthy way.
Well, there was a stretch where people were like the Mendendez brothers are like daddy, right?
Well, there's some of that also, but that's
people got horny for the Menendez brothers.
but-
Yeah, they were on
if
the
you-
cover of Rolling Stone. We remember.
they're on a baseball card or a basketball card.
Yes.
But they
I think it's
yeah,
Mark Jackson.
I saw some of the trials like footage on TikTok, like scrolling through, and was like, wait a minute, these are the guys who got convicted? How do you possibly end up convicted with this kind of testimony? And then ended up doing a whole deep dive and was like, oh, because of corruption and the 90s.
It was the basketball card. The Mendendez brothers are sitting courtside is a Mark Jackson card when he was for the Knicks. They went to a Knicks game, and yeah, you can see him in the background.
But come on, this is not a fun
Wow,
pool
mate.
party. I don't have to
No.
make the discussion all about the Mendendez brothers.
Right.
I'll do that socially.
But it is
Well-
it is like a crazy thing that again it's just such a different time in the media.
Yeah.
Because like nowadays it was just like you would hear like, okay, wait, these kids are talking about living under this living with I think there was even like weird stuff about like, well, they're boys, so
Yeah, exactly. They had been sexually abused by their father.
Yeah.
And there were tons of witnesses to different aspects of it. And people were like, that's not possible. Literally, it was said that that's not possible because they're boys. And yeah, they ended up declaring a mistrial in the first trial because the way the jury was split, the men did not believe the quote unquote abuse excuse. That's what it also got called in the media.
Crazy.
And the women on the jury were like, we feel like this should be taken into account. So when they tried it again, same judge, and it was the same judge who, Weiger, I can talk too much about this.
I love this. This is great.
Why just
so
a
is this-
Weiger? I'm here. I'm listening.
Well, because he's heard bits of it already.
I knew about them being daddy.
No, he knows that I talk too much about it.
Oh, gotcha.
So, are these shrimps or are they? No, don't tell me right now.
This is a huge question a lot of people have asked.
Okay,
They,
so
they actually, I didn't realize they do look like shrimp.
I always called them shrimps, but
Are they
no, I think
crabs?
they're
Hermit
fish.
crabs?
I think they're those fish with the
They're
big angry
fish.
forehead.
Oh, they're the big fish foreheads.
Yeah. So the Mendendez brothers, the judge in the Mendendez brothers case, in the second
Judge
trial,
he
said
was
that
it Judge Dredd?
I mean, it may
Because
as
then you
well
know
have
that the
been.
deck is stacked against them.
Wait till you hear. He
Judge
said
Doom?
Mhm. He said that they couldn't say anything. There could be no evidence about abuse at all. So 51, witnesses that had testified to that in the first trial could not testify in this. They couldn't mention any of that at all. So they both got convicted. But also that judge is the same judge who tried the Rodney King police officers.
Wow.
And he had that case moved to Simi Valley from L.A., which
Right.
very much changes the demographics of that
That's
jury.
wild.
Like Simi Valley is copland.
Right,
It's
sure.
where all the retired cops and some active duty
yeah.
cops live.
That Sylvester Stallone lives there. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
That's first off, we're switching formats to true crime now. so
Sorry,
that's fine.
I'm sorry.
No, this is great. I love
But
this.
that's one of those things where I was, and the DA's office had been so run through the ringer because this took place like before and after OJ. So
Right.
they were really like paying off shit that happened in the OJ trial of them feeling like, well, we look like idiots, so we're not going to let someone else get away. We're
Right.
going to really stick it to these kids.
Man,
I just looked up the Mendendez brothers are on 2 basketball cards.
Oh God.
They're courtside at a Monstars game too.
your microphone breaking as you delivered that is what that joke deserved.
They're courtside at a Monstars game. So it would make sense if Judge Doom was their judge.
Sure, yeah, the timeline would line up.
Clearly
and
living in the Toonverse.
Exactly, yes. The
Anyways,
same
bring
franchises.
back OJ.
Okay, so Qwench was founded by
Someone
with
make
a
a drop
W.
of that.
Qwench. Founded by the still CEO Thomas Nerriman in Los Angeles in 2014. Now this is
Come on, if in the new Naked Gun at the end, it was like, we need help, and Nordberg came.
He is.
Look, we
This
all
is-
go crazy.
This is what's tough is that the toughest thing for me about OJ is that he's so funny in the Naked Gun movies.
Yeah.
And I thought those movies were
Lot
so
of
funny as a
charisma.
kid. Yeah, he's
Lot of
really
charisma.
Can't we
charismatic.
just give him a pass just for this once? In the new Naked Guns?
If there's a new
I feel
Naked
like-
Gun,
I feel like we did give him a pass, and that was
Yeah,
kind of a big
true.
issue.
it's so tough because it would be the place where an OJ cameo would make sense, but I think it
Yeah.
would just be too
Give him 2
upsetting.
passes. Come on, a second pass. If America knows going into it, then I think it's okay.
Can't they replace, like, LeBron got replaced the Space Jam?
That's true.
Ah,
LeBron
okay.
replaced MJ.
So get a different sportsman.
Different athlete.
Yeah.
Tom Brady could be pretty funny.
Oh man, I'm sorry.
He's good in Ted too.
Those commercials, I think it's Avis commercials with Tom
Mhm.
Brady. Every time I see them, I can only think about him saying that he was going to try to be a comedian, and his performance gets even worse. Cut this out. Don't let anyone hear me saying any of this.
It is funny when, like it's like, oh, like the prom king is now going to be the...
Sure.
Yeah, and he's like, I'm goofy. Girls always laugh at the stuff I say. I'm like, yeah, man, not because of that.
Yeah.
Not because of that.
You know who was the prom king? Our good friend Jordan Morris. Isn't that wild?
Really?
You know what Jordan Morris is a fan of?
What's that?
Qwench.
Is he really?
Yep, I told him I was doing Qwench with y'all, and he was like, "I love that place. I've been hoping they would do it."
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. We went
I
to
got-
CatCon together.
Wow.
I love that. I got second place for Homecoming King.
Did you really?
Yeah, not as cool, I guess.
Who
but
won?
Paul Griffith, great guy. Everybody
Oh.
loved him.
Well, that's
Good
good.
guy.
Would have really stung if it was like some asshole.
Yeah, he can still eat shit. Don't get me wrong.
Well, yeah, but that's a personal thing. You know?
Yeah.
It's not like they were like, even this asshole is better than Mitch.
That's a good point.
Well, it's also because Paul Griffith, because he's like related to Peter Griffin, right? So kind of have that family lineage.
You think that's bad? I almost lost to Mitch as homecoming king.
Whoa, is that Casey?
So Nerryman, who is the Thomas Nerryman, who is the founder and still CEO of Qwench, used to be a franchisee himself. We were talking about Pinkberry before we recorded, and he owned Pinkberries. He owned Pinkberries. He owned Johnny Rockets, not the company, but individual franchises.
Sure.
At one point, had 40 different franchises that he owned, locations, and he was just sort of like, this whole system isn't working. I've kind of learned things from this, and I want to have my own chain where I can kind of address these problems. Whether that's been the case or not, this has had some success. Qwench has had some success. There are locations in about 10 states, including California, where it was founded, Arizona, Texas, Florida, and New York. There's one in Canada, apparently just one in all of Canada. But it is like a chain that is expanding. Or at least was trying to expand and is maybe contracting now, because I know some of them are closing, at least around here. Maybe there are too many in LA.
Like a supernova.
Yeah, like a supernova. Just like a supernova.
Maybe not.
So we are having, Qwench, I've had this place a number of times. Like Jordan Morris, I would characterize myself as a fan of Qwench. And in fact, when we were reviewing Qwench, I went to Natalie and was like, hey, we're going to talk about this place. Do you want to go? And she was like, yeah, let's go, because she likes it too. So we went yesterday afternoon, and I got a little pregame, just like one individual juice.
There are West Side Qwench?
There are a number of West Side Qwenches, but we went to the one in Culver. Same complex as a Chipotle and a Jersey Mike's. It's got it all there. Oh man. If you're at that shop, if you're at that little center, there's like a vegan burger place too. It's just got like 4 or 5 different chain options.
Definitely mice.
Yeah. So,
Doubling up on your Doughboys meals. Okay, cool. That's cool. Hey,
What's
you know what?
for the podcast?
I'm gonna swipe the card for In-N-Out tonight, because maybe we'll review it in the fucking future.
Hey, he's not going home to Quincy also. Wagger's staying here.
It's true.
He's with you.
Unfortunately, yeah. What is a champagne supernova? We say it. We sing it.
We do sing
We
it.
sing it. Is it a real thing? I mean, I don't think it is.
I don't
I don't think it's a real thing.
I don't think it is, but it's champagne supernova in the sky.
Do you think he's just he's not describing like a real phenomenon?
No.
It's not like it's some astral event he's seeing.
But what is a supernova again?
It's a star exploding, right?
Okay.
Yeah. It's like the opposite of a black hole.
Yeah, but doesn't it like explode and then it goes back?
Turns into a black
and
hole.
becomes
Yeah.
a black hole, yeah.
So
Did
that
you see Oppenheimer? It's in
I
Oppenheimer.
did see Oppenheimer.
I didn't. But did you guys listen to Radiolab? They did one about little tiny black holes that are everywhere.
Let me guess. You saw Barbie?
I saw the first hour of Barbie and then I got kicked out.
Barbie taking away the views from Oppenheimer.
Did you see Oppenheimer?
Yes.
Did you like it?
Yeah, I liked it.
Okay.
I did like it. I thought it was fun. I haven't
that's
seen
a-
Barbie. I do want to see Barbie.
I've only
I've
seen the
seen them
first
both.
hour.
$1 billion Barbie.
I enjoyed Barbie.
$1 billion Barbie.
Barbie's a lot of fun.
It's making $1 billion.
Hey, good. Yeah,
Good.
you know what? It's a I think a great weird film.
Yeah,
It's
and
like a really
I haven't seen it
interesting
yet.
use that be.
and honestly, it makes a lot more sense that that's making that much money. I'd never play with Oppenheimer toys. So, I don't know who these people are. They're going to see that.
I would be surprised if he did play with Oppenheimer toys.
Pull a little string on the doll. I am become dead. Look. I'm glad movies are back. We were rooting for movies.
You got to take a side though with Barbie or Oppenheimer.
No,
That's
it's like
the-
cats or dogs. You can like both
I think
or
I like both.
neither.
Cats.
Birds. Just kidding. Nobody likes birds. They're not even real.
Okay, so let's talk Qwench a little bit, because I will say I like this place. I think the app, which I used to order last time or yesterday, is not crap. I've used the app pretty regularly. It kind of logs you out sometimes. It's a little annoying when an app does
I don't
that.
like when a business has their own app.
Interesting.
Like if it's just like they've got a website and you can go to and you can order but I need to have an app living on my phone for that business.
I kind of love the dedication of that, the specificity of having one app for one purpose.
No, I would much prefer to go to a website. Maybe that makes me 80 years old at this point.
No, I think you are actually like the norm. I think I'm one of the people who's like clinging to apps because I like getting points, I like getting rewards, and it's just like, oh, I know exactly. I want Taco Bell. I'll open the Taco Bell app. A dedicated thing for that,
But also, I feel like the thing that reminded me was the bugginess. That I feel they're so buggy.
The
Some of them are
website
buggy.
to me looked old and dated when I was on the website, which is funny because it's newer.
Oh, sorry, it's not a hot young website.
That's what I like.
Guess it's invisible to you.
So I got the grapefruit, which you got today, Eliza, and Nellie got a matcha grains. I think they were both delightful. And here's the one thing I think you should know about Qwench.
It's spelled wrong.
It's spelled wrong. So if you type it in, you might get Bing might say, "Did you mean Qwench? Quench, as that happened to me."
I thought it was Kwench. I'm kidding.
That's a different. Yeah, it's a different spelling. They're both acceptable. But like, you'll get a little sticker shock here because it's these drinks are like these juices and smoothies. I think are like $11.
Yeah,
they're pretty pricey. And are they better than like a Robex or Jamba equivalent? I think so. Is it in the same sort of category as something like a Creation or Pressed, which we've reviewed both of those, and those are like a little bit more of an upscale juicery? I think so too, but the exception is like these are actually made to order, and Creation and Pressed are made in batches and bottled.
Also, are these real fruit? I'm getting a real fruit vibe.
I think this is real fruit because you go to Robex, you go to Jamba, they're giving you like little chunks of frozen fruit. It's like powders and like little balls, like frozen balls of fruit concentrate.
Also, I'm excited I was excited to find a grapefruit-based, what is this, a smoothie? Am I drinking a smoothie?
It's a smoothie, yeah, you got a smoothie.
Yeah, because I feel like I don't see that very often.
I agree.
Qwench doesn't, I know we were talking about it's supposed to be like a kind of fancier version of Jamba.
Yes.
It doesn't feel that way, does it? Does it feel fancier than Jamba?
I
guess
think
a little
so.
bit.
I think it's a little higher quality.
How about classier?
Classier,
A
sure.
little bit, but I'm still, I don't know. I can't tell.
Yeah,
You think this is Jamba tier?
I get a real like Duplo version, like vibe from Jamba.
Yeah.
You know, and I get more of a Tinker Toys Lincoln Log kind of classic vibe. From this place.
I like that.
Even though it's newer. But I feel like I love a menu that has that much hot salad.
Okay.
Now we're talking.
They do have a lot of like, well, maybe we should start there because first off, I don't like hot salad. I don't like hot salad.
You don't like hard salad?
I don't like hot salad. I don't like hard salad
What's wrong
either.
with a hot salad?
I prefer a room temp salad. But they have a bunch of bowls here and salads.
You know the good thing about Wise is even in the summertime he'll eat a hot salad. Okay. It's not like a thing he does in the wintertime.
Well, I mean, it's hard to get the fresh greens for a hot salad in the winter.
That's a great point.
So they have a bunch of grain bowls and salad bowls. And I think we actually all ended up opting for grain bowls. But they are like, here's the thing, and this was your observation, Eliza, they are fucking big boys.
They're huge.
You're getting like a Mr. Bucket-sized portion. You're getting like a fucking ice cream tub. And I don't mean like the little Ben & Jerry's pint. I mean like the big boy from Breyers.
Yeah. Like if there was two sizes and I had picked the size that I got, when it showed up, I would have been like, whoa, I made a mistake. But there's not two sizes. It's just that size.
It's just that one size.
Some mornings Wire will wake up with a Brentwood hot salad.
I think we moved past that.
He eats a hot salad under the blankies. That's all it is.
I think we moved past the Brentwood thing and the hot salad thing.
I went back to it. I want to go back to it.
All right.
I can go back to it.
Yeah. Yes, you can.
I want to go back to the guy's name because I think it's cool.
Nariman?
Nariman.
Nariman.
It sounds like Old English. It sounds cool.
Nariman.
Nary men have faced Beowulf and lived to tell the tale.
Have you read Beowulf?
Yeah, I have.
Wow, okay.
He's strong as hell.
He is he's a fucking beast.
Grendel, right, guys?
Fucks up
scary
Grendel.
as hell.
Grendel's mother?
She's out for revenge, and you know what? Beowulf's like, fuck you.
More like Beowulf, B-A-E Wolf. Beowulf.
You know who fights a dragon in that? That's like the third, because people always say he fucks up Grendel, he fucks up Grendel's mother. Then he goes, he fucking takes out a dragon.
That's fucking...
And then he's fucking gone. Then he's fucking like, he works so hard, he's gonna die, but he's dying a hero.
Yeah, I'm surprised anybody's talking about anything besides Grendel, because like, what the fuck is Grendel?
You know? Yeah, I don't know what Grendel is exactly.
That's why it's
He fucking kills Grendel.
Fucking murks him.
Yeah.
Fucking strips down to
I don't understand Grendel, so I'm happy he's gone.
Montauk monster. That's what he sounds like to me. Yeah.
Vegan bowl, I got the pesto bowl. Eliza, you got, and the tuna bowl. Mitch, you got. And I was really suspicious of the tuna bowl because I was like, I don't know how this place is going to do with fish.
Yes.
And I think it's their only fish on the menu, which makes you suspect.
I would say, just having lifted all three, it is the densest.
It's very
Pretty dense. It's pretty dense.
But I will say, having some bites of it, that one was pretty toothsome. It was pretty good, and I think they just have a tinned tuna. They just crack open on demand, and
I think
it's ready to go.
I think it is a tinned tuna.
Yeah,
I think you're right.
I would still say
tuna.
I won. I think mine was the best.
Yours
one.
was by far the best. The
yours
pesto
was the
bowl was
best.
really good, and it had chicken in it, right? That was like had some
Chicken,
protein
pesto,
in it.
quinoa, avocado, a bunch of different kinds of greens.
I maybe would order that, and I don't think I would get. I didn't take a bite of yours, Wags, but I don't think I would get any of the others.
The vegan bowl had tofu. That's what I had. Garbanzo beans, tahini greens, quinoa, almonds, goji berries, and raspberry vinaigrette. As I said to both of you, it kind of tastes like nothing, but an enjoyable kind of nothing. It wasn't super flavorful, but it was like, it had some substance to it.
I'm not a fan of a sweet salad, I feel like. And the raspberry vinaigrette pushed it over into the sweet for me.
Yes.
But it was still good. And like I feel like if I had that for lunch, I would feel like I had a lunch.
Yeah. I mean, I love a heat salad. I mean, a sweet salad.
Oh boy.
Moving on.
Oh, your feet did a little thing. You're so excited.
The bowls were pretty. I think the bowls were I would never think to get hot food or actually just like lunch from here. I would never think to do that unless it was like in desperate straits. And having had these, I'm like, I could do that. I could have that pesto bowl and be pretty content.
Yeah.
That's a decent, solid like work lunch.
Yeah.
Wags, I got to say this to you.
Mm-hmm.
I think you make a great new Neudberg. I was just thinking about it. I think you'd be good as Neudberg.
It's Nordberg, but you mean from the naked? You were conflated Nordberg and the Noid.
And the Noid.
Because you were thinking you had Koalik on the brain.
Maybe Koalik would be the great.
Koalik would be a great Nordberg. He'd be very funny.
Is that the open your mind guy?
Koalik are Nordberg from the Naked Gun, the OJ part. Yeah, with our buddy Matt Koalik could be a good Nordberg.
I bring this up because
it would be played by the chest guy from Total Recall.
That'd be pretty good.
That would be good too.
I say this because I just Nordberg is kind of clumsy.
Yeah, sure.
But I got to give you credit. The food arrived today. We were COVID.
Oh yeah,
testing,
this was very exciting.
and it was a bag of all the bowls. And then 2 stacks of drinks. And I said, hey, you had the bowls. I said, you want me to get that? I grabbed the bowls from you. And then I realized I left you with 2 trays of drinks.
That's right.
Packed on top of each other.
Mm-hmm.
And we're walking to the kitchen, and you have no faith in him.
No.
And you're like, this is going to be a disaster. And I'm like, come on, you got to stand up for him. But it was almost like you were torturing him. I was like, this is twisted, but then metal, because he kind of totally did it.
2 random words to say in sequence, but okay.
Like, landed the plane. It was great. You didn't drop a cent.
Well, okay, so thank you for believing me. In fairness to Mitch, I also had a lot of self-doubt because I was like, why am I doing this? I spill all the time. I could just see myself spilling 6 drinks on the
You're
floor.
You're a spill boy.
Exactly, I'm a spill boy.
That's what the tattoo says.
I'm a certified spill boy.
Lower back tattoo.
Yep.
Spill boy.
Yeah, it's the one that looks like
But yeah, you're right. I was able to tote them over, and I spilled nary a drop, so I felt pretty satisfied. Let's talk about the acai bowls. What's that?
Nerryman. It's very close
Nerryman.
to that.
yes,
I was a Nerryman.
Nerryman was made.
The
Wise,
acai
you did a great
bowls.
job, and I think that you maybe have passed that curse on to someone else.
You think so?
I don't know. I spilled something recently. I hope that it's not happening to me.
Did I? It follows your ass?
Oh, man.
You got fucking it followed.
Or thinner.
I thought that was gonorrhea.
Well, we're both in the clear for that.
Congratulations.
My mom kept there's a gonorrhea billboard above
Where are we
7-Eleven.
Where are we going?
There's a gonorrhea billboard above 7-Eleven, and it's like got gonorrhea or something. My mom every time she's like got gonorrhea. She like kept saying it over and over again. I was like, Ma, don't fucking say it over and over again. She's like, gonorrhea. Do you see that billboard? I was like, yeah.
Did she do the pod?
No, I didn't have her on.
She's popped on the pod before.
She's popped on, but she's
here for the
she's
Tournament
done
of
an
Champions.
episode before.
Okay.
Yeah, and she did a Doughboys double way back in the day.
Wow.
That's enough.
Yeah.
That's enough.
She's always loved seeing. I did get to see your mom and Courtney briefly. We had a lovely conversation.
Yeah,
it was great to see them. I'm glad they were here for a bit.
They were happy to see. They always like to see Nick. It's true.
The yogurt bowls. So they have acai bowls and yogurt bowls. So we got some yogurt bowl, or I actually don't remember what everyone got, but I got a blueberry bowl, yogurt bowl. And Mitch, you and I and Dunktown exchange yogurt photos. That's the one that's the most wholesome thing I do on any of my group chats. I think this one
really wholesome.
It was good. We're just like, hey, this is the yogurt.
Here's
I
my
found today.
yogurt.
There you
Look
go.
at my yogurt.
Why is always
Everyone's talking
questions
about
whether
it.
I've had fucking yogurt too?
Well,
one time I did send a lobster roll.
That's the thing. Yes, you'll send off-topic photos. But you're not in trouble, but just people will point out that's not really what this chat is for. But anyway,
Yeah.
I'll send pictures of a finished yogurt and why, because I forgot to send it, and Wise will go,
I don't want to hear about your finished yogurt. Jesus, this is so weird.
Wise, I got the original bowl.
the original bowl.
Yeah, I didn't get any of the sweet bowls. I specifically chose this place because I did get to make the call. I was given 3 options and I picked Qwench because of those the hearty grainy bowls.
I didn't know what to expect. I'm glad I got one though.
I don't like the sweet breakfast, the sweet any.
I understand that because they can sometimes be too sweet. I think this was nicely balanced. You know, it had a little bit of extra sweetness, I think, to make it a little bit more of a treat. It had some Nutella in there, which probably if I was making it on my own, I would have
fucked up.
There's some more in the fridge if you want to try it. I probably would have, if I was having this on my own though, and I want to have something a little healthier, I probably wouldn't have thrown the Nutella in there. But, you know, the fruit I thought was really fresh, and which again spoke to the quality of product they use at this chain. I thought it was a really satisfying bowl. And again, a big boy. Like this would have been a very hefty, if this was like a pre-flight meal or something like that. It's like,
Yeah,
this
but
is
you got to be careful because
substantial.
you could easily be in a situation with a big spill boy.
Yeah, that's a problem. But people know what they're getting into with me. You know, I just flashed them the lower back tattoo. They're on
Speaking
board.
of Big Spill Boy, you could easily use this as a little toilet if you were out in the woods or something.
Jesus Christ.
What?
Mitch,
You could.
where's this coming from?
You could. There's enough space in that thing to fill it up.
I think if you're in the woods, just like shit out. You don't want to just
you
find
think
it,
you
have a
could just
makeshift
shit
toilet.
in the woods.
I shit in a box in the woods once, and it worked.
Why away a box?
It worked.
Yeah, what does that mean? It worked.
Worked for what?
It worked. I shit in it, and it worked.
You know, when I pick up my dog's poop,
Mm-hmm.
I like to give him a reason why, because I always like to imagine what he's thinking, that she's like, this lady's fucking crazy about poop.
Yeah.
She won't miss a drop. And I like to tell him that it's what the car runs on.
The thing I remember.
He tells other dogs that. They're like, oh, cool, man.
Yeah, this is how we get to go to the mall.
The thing I remember about it was not a good movement. I was shaking it. It was kind of like a box of marbles almost.
You should get more water. and
Water,
fiber.
yeah. This is high school.
Why did you
know.
do this?
Oh, I was like, it's kind of making noise. I shook it.
No,
So
why
I'm
did you shit in the box in the first place?
Oh, we were in the woods. Like I said, I had to go to the bathroom.
And someone was like, and you were like, give me a box? What happened?
Yeah, I found a box.
Okay.
And I was like, I got to shit.
Give me a box. Shitting in it.
And I went in the box. I went in
Really?
the box. I think I used a sock, if I remember correctly.
The wipe?
Wait,
It's
what?
really good.
Oh, okay.
It's really gross. I don't understand why you didn't just go outside.
Never mind.
It's not that gross. Everyone's been in a situation where they've had to shit. And they
Yes,
haven't-
100%. You've had
Okay.
to shit in a place where you didn't want to have to shit.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
I
but yeah,
understand.
it's not usually like
Bob's Discount Furniture 2 days ago.
Well, there you need to
Okay.
shit into a box, but in the woods,
yeah,
you
I
could,
shit in a box in Bob's. It sucks.
why wouldn't you just bury it in the woods?
Well,
That's what all the bugs do.
Yeah, it's true.
that's a good point. I could have done that.
I
I
shit in
don't
a litter
know.
box one time.
Did you really?
Now we're talking.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
happened?
I lived in a 1-bedroom with a 1-bathroom. There was 2 bedrooms with this guy that I was dating, whatever. I was in a relationship with, and he took for fucking ever in the bathroom.
Wow.
Which was its own thing, because I was
Yeah.
like, guy, if you need some of your own time, and he's like, no, I'm only showering. It's purely a Christian shower, and I'm like, all right, sure. But yeah, and I have a gut disease, and it flares up sometimes, and I was like, all right, this has to happen. What do we do? And then I was like, well, that's what the cat uses.
Yeah.
So we did
I think
that.
it's a good move. I
Right?
think,
I
yeah.
thought it was pretty smart. Then I
No, it's
bagged it
clever.
up and threw it out and never told him. So, hi, if you're listening to this, I'm shocked.
Wow.
And congratulations on the birth of your second child.
I shit outside once on but it was it
Dare?
was the context of, not a dare, no, it was the context of a Boy Scout trip, and it was one of those things where just like there's just no toilet anywhere nearby. We actually a little digging trowel, like dig a little fucking hole, and you had and the process like, okay, you dig a little hole, then you got to shit into the hole, and then you got to cover it up. and it felt very
Scoutmaster clapped for you when you were done.
like the whole troop was witnessing.
Yeah, I figured.
No one else pooped that day, just you.
No, I found a little space for myself, but it was like really, you still felt intensely vulnerable. You know, it's like, oh man, animals do this all the time.
Yeah.
It's just like, you understand why they like want to like lock eyes with their owner or whatever, just kind of be like, well, make sure I'm okay.
Well, and
Someone's
especially
gonna
a
have my back.
dog. Because
Yeah.
like, yes, animals do it all the time, but like a horse shitting, you could look at the horse up front. It doesn't even look like he's noticing.
Yes.
You know, it's the same horse any hour of the day. But when a dog shits, it is a vulnerable little picture.
Right.
Of them like
It is
shrimped
sad,
up.
yeah, when you look at them.
Yeah, and they're
I
like,
watched-
oh, I have to do this.
Yeah. I'll
Please
pop my
hear
head in
my. You should all be hearing my voice every time you hear a dog. You see a dog poop, going, "Oh no, I gotta do this."
I thought it was Casey. I'll pop my head in the litter box occasionally. Watch Wally and Irma do it, and it's always pretty embarrassing. I always get pretty embarrassed.
They get embarrassed?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I can
'cause
imagine.
You're in there.
Well, it's a closed off litter box. I'm gonna pop
Oh,
my head
okay.
They're like,
Like in The Shining?
do you think maybe they feel a little invaded?
in. Yeah, I think they do feel a little invaded.
Yeah.
Let's talk juices a little bit, because that's what this whole
Yeah,
place. This is
poop
this place's
juices.
bread and butter.
No, I'm so sorry.
Okay, so we've got a few different things we had here. First off, we have the wait, Mitch. Okay. Well, because there are smoothies and juices, and there are different sections of the menu.
Well, let me just say that my bowl was blended acai, banana, coconut water, topped with granola, strawberries, banana, honey. It was just a very well done, the original
Yes.
bowl.
How confident do you guys feel when you say acai?
Not at all.
Not
He's
super
corrected me
confident.
multiple times.
I think it's acai, but it might also be acai. I don't really know.
Yeah,
God damn it.
I don't think I'm ever going to feel confident
Me
about
neither.
that word.
Yeah, I don't know. I also don't know its etymology. I don't know where it's from, because it's the C, but with a C with a little
Okay,
guy.
how confident do you feel about etymology?
Generally,
Yeah.
like
Enough to
saying the
correct
word
people
etymology.
Saying the
Constantly.
word, yeah.
I feel pretty good about saying the word etymology.
I always think, or is it entomology?
I think entomology, too.
Am I talking about
Entomology.
words or bugs?
Right. We're talking about words here, so it's etymology.
Okay.
Entomology, for you think of, so ants. That works for ants. right?
Oh, good.
Mhm,
Because my aunt likes bugs.
There you go. Okay, so there's a few different blends. Wait, Casey, you got the PB&H, is that correct?
I got the PB&H.
What's
yes.
the H?
I think the H is
Heroin.
honey,
It is honey.
which is what I call heroin.
Sweet.
How was that bad boy?
It was great.
Wow,
really
great.
subtle peanut butter flavor.
Wow.
Wasn't overpowering, but it hit the spot.
They have some great, like some of their things are named, like one of their blends is called the Goliath, which is just such a name for a smoothie. I mentioned Natalie got the matcha greens yesterday, and that one's a lot of fun. It is very matcha-y, so you have to like that flavor, but I enjoyed it. And then I got the grapefruit yesterday, and that's what you got, which I really enjoyed. I like how tart it is. And Eliza, that's what you got today.
Yeah, I liked it a lot.
Yeah.
I was very happy with it. I got to say, in terms of like naming a juice something besides banana orange, like whatever's in it, I prefer a whimsical, funny name much
Sure.
more than a like braggy name. Like, I don't need to know the Goliath. Come on.
Yeah, that's a little much. But
Well, my name, all I can say is, you're my boy, Blue. We're going streaking. I got old school blend, Wags.
Was it as good as the movie?
You know what? It was as good as the movie.
wow, what an
Wow.
endorsement.
Old school's funny.
Old school is funny.
Old school is funny.
It's funny.
But you also got the
A
Bambi one.
Mitchapalooza, which is fun for me. 'Cause
Yeah, it's like
my
your
is-
name.
everyone calls me Mitch.
I was talking about the juice.
Oh,
You got the Bambi juice.
I got Thumper, which we did not. The Thumper juice, which we did not realize. Wags and I didn't put together. You put it together.
Yes.
That Thumper rabbit carrot juice. It sucked, kind of.
Oh.
Damn.
It
Do you
was
like carrot juice?
your observation was good. That didn't suck. The juice itself
I
was
didn't
bad.
I think that it did, but now I'm
No, it was good.
Okay.
Carrot, grapefruit.
Didn't suck, Eliza. It was great.
wow.
It was great.
I'm getting less and less confident.
Carrot, grapefruit, and
Entomology?
carrot, grapefruit, ginger. That was the blend.
That
Neither of
sounds
us.
good.
We thought it sounded good too because you ordered it. Then I said I want it, and then you changed your order.
I changed mine.
And you know what? That worked out for you big time.
What-
I
because
got the ignition.
See, that's
R.
another one that's
Kelly.
like No, oh boy.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Give him a little
were
bit of
supposed
juice.
to-
Give him a little bit of sweet.
No, guys, we were
A little
supposed to.
sip.
We were supposed to
Little bit of
replace
drink.
that in our reference banks.
Oh boy.
There's a remix in this kitchen. What is it?
Did I
'Cause
tell you that? This is a
boy.
story that maybe should be cut out. But
you
we
could just not tell it.
I was at a bar in LA,
Oh,
Yes.
Jesus.
The Roost.
Mhm.
And Ignition came on, and a guy was like, "Fuck that piece of shit," or whatever, yelled it out. And I was like, "Ha!" And I laughed or whatever. And then he came over, he was like, "You think it's funny?" He's like, "Did you play this fucking song?" I was like, "No, dude, I did not play the song. I thought it was funny because you yelled out like, "Fuck this guy."
And that
And he
doesn't
was-
happen every day.
And he was like, "Fuck you." He was like, "Fuck you." He was like gonna try to fight me.
Wow.
And I was like, "Dude, I did not play this fucking song. I didn't play it. I swear." And he's like, "Did one of your boys play?" I was like, "No, no one played this." And he was like, "All right." And he left. I almost got my ass kicked. And then I was like, Jesus. And then Frailbot's like, "I played it." I was like, "What the fuck? Frailbot? You almost got my fucking ass kicked."
Did you trot him back over to that guy and be like, "This is who did it"?
It was I know, I could never rat out Frailbot.
Was it a big guy?
It was three guys. And
It was
one-
Whoa,
three
it was one
guys.
man who was three men.
It was three guys, and one of them, I mean, they were all pretty big.
Wow.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I almost got my ass kicked.
I tell you my idea that I think that I one of my dream projects is making a replacement R. Kelly album where like you get different artists
I like this.
to each make their own not cover song but replacement song for each
This
of the
is good.
songs that people like need in their lives of R. Kelly. So you don't have to play Remix to Ignition at a party anymore. You get like a perfect party replacement song. You don't have to have
Right.
like.
You don't have to think about that other piece of shit when you have the new song.
Yeah, but there's like a big whole like what are children's choirs supposed to sing if not "I Believe I Can Fly"?
Right.
We need a replacement for
It's
that.
true.
So
That's true.
So that I feel like that's the problem with a lot of the canceling stuff is just stuff has been removed without something else added in its place.
I agree. Yeah.
And I think that would be a less bumpy road for everybody.
That's a good
involved.
song. That's a good
Children's
song.
choir should sing the Doughboys theme instead.
Is there a Doughboys theme?
Doughboys! It's the Doughboys. Doughboys.
That's it.
That plays at the top of the
Doughboys.
episode. It's a good song. My buddy Mike Cassidy.
Eliza, prove that you haven't listened to a Doughboys episode without actually saying it.
Can I just actually say it?
Yeah, you can. You'd be like,
Yeah, I mean, I listen to when I'm on,
yeah.
or like when people animate stuff that I'm
Yeah.
on.
Oh, that's
in
true,
there.
yeah.
It's fun.
You are part of that animation.
Yeah.
It's when this is Mitch. The first time you told the story about Mickey Mouse.
You told it again?
No, I know that. Well, I've
It was
probably
new. It was the
mentioned
first
it
time
again.
I'd heard it.
Yeah.
And then Mickey Mouse, you thought was what? It was you were asleep.
I was asleep and I thought the Mickey Mouse stuffed animal grabbed my arm. The
Yes.
Mickey Mouse doll
Yeah.
grabbed my arm.
It does feel like something that like you're gonna like get those memories back someday. And find
Yeah.
out what actually happened to
It was very strange. I think it was early sleep paralysis or something that happened to me.
Sure.
I don't know what it was, but
The animation, which
Yeah.
was I don't remember who the artist was, but it is like because
I think it was the Dilbert guy.
it was Scott Adams.
It was Scott Adams.
I never listen to the podcast unless I have to, but I did watch that animation, and it is just like you are asking follow-up questions, and Mitch is telling the story,
Yeah,
and I
you
am
were
just
just
cackling.
shitting your pants.
I'm just laughing harder than I've ever laughed in my life.
Yeah, it did make me feel like
Right.
kind of a fool for continuing.
No.
the
You were
conversation in
you were
any
doing
way.
a good job on a podcast, and I just lost it. I got the spinach greens as my smoothie. And this one was just kind of like inert. And so you sometimes get that green drink, and it's like Natalie's matcha greens I thought was like really flavorful. The spinach greens is just sort of like, okay, I can tell this is just sort of like nutrition, but it didn't have any much flavor to it. But Contra the Ignition, which is a juice, which I have right here for those of you on the video feed, and just has this vibrant hue. It just kind of looks like orange juice, but it's got a little bit of cayenne kick. It's got a little bit turmeric. It's got a lot of character to it. I find it very drinkable, and I honestly think this one is delicious and maybe my favorite thing of the whole experience.
You lucked out with that change, Wags, I think.
You know what
I think
would-
so.
You know what I would do with that? Add a little seltzer.
See, that's a good idea.
That's good.
Now I
That's
understand.
my
That's
thing.
good.
Yeah, a little effervescence
good.
in this would be nice.
Yeah.
Thumper to the dumper. That's what I say.
Damn.
It's getting
Wow.
tossed out.
You
Wow.
talk about poop a lot.
I meant the dumpster.
Oh, I thought you meant
Pour it on my ass?
no. That it would
Pour on
come,
Spillboy?
like it goes from
There's
It
a target
ends
for
up-
you, buddy.
it ends up in your dumper and then coming out of it.
Right.
Like a normal person would assume.
A thumper to the dumper. Old school though. I liked the old school blend. Yeah.
A lot of I think
Tasteable,
mostly wins here today with this meal and with my experience with Qwench in the past. But what does that mean for a fork score? We'll find out right after this.
Wow. What's up, everybody? It's your boy, the Spoon Man. College football fans, are you ready for week 1?
You know it.
DraftKings Sportbook is hooking you up with a can't-miss offer to start the season strong.
This week, new customers can bet just $5 on college football and score $200 in bonus bets instantly.
Anything can happen in college football. Your team could go from unranked to dynasty mode in just a couple of years.
Change comes fast. The only thing that's a lock is the great offers from DraftKings Sportsbook.
Life's more fun when you're in on the action. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now and use code Doughboys.
New customers can score $200 in bonus bets instantly when they bet just $5 on college football.
Only on DraftKings Sportsbook with code Doughboys. The crown is yours.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Visit www.1800gambler.net. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort, Kansas, 21 plus age varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario. See dkng.co/football for eligibility, terms, and responsible gaming resources. Bonus bets expire 7 days after issuance. Eligibility and deposit restrictions apply. Welcome back to Doughboys, talking Qwench with Eliza Skinner. Eliza, it's time for our fork scores. You've done the podcast before. Although you've not listened to it, you know the format. We each go around. We'll give a closing argument, if you will, and then end that by giving it a score from 0 to 5 forks. So, Qwench, your thoughts, your fork score.
I have to admit, I completely ignored part of the menu in that I'm not a fruity bowl gal. But from the part of the menu that I paid attention to and ordered from, all hits, no misses.
Wow.
Yeah, I would give it how many forks is the most?
Out of 5.
I'd give it 4.5 forks.
4 forks, 2 times.
Wow.
What a score.
Wow.
Mitch, rarefied air.
I think Jamba is worse. I do think Jamba is worse. Though we were also some of the stuff we got from Jamba, we didn't think was too bad.
Their bowls are surprisingly good.
Yeah.
I think their juices are, it's just like an old school approach where people were fine with it being a little bit less fresh and a little bit more processed.
I think this old school drink blend here is better than anything I've had at Jamba. I think the bowls are good. I don't know if I'll ever get one. Maybe if I'm in like a weird situation, I want to get a healthy bowl. Getting that chicken, pesto chicken bowl would be good. Mine was not. The tuna wasn't bad. It was decent.
Like if you're like working or something. Like,
Yeah.
If you're shooting pole position and they're like, we're taking orders for lunch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
I'm shooting.
I don't know, like a show based on like that racing.
Yeah,
video
like
game?
a car video game show.
Yeah.
Pole
Yeah,
position,
like
the
if
show.
you're doing like that.
Yeah.
And they're like, we're taking orders for lunch.
This
We're
is
going to
going-
go
It's
to
like
Qwench.
season 2 of Pole Position.
Pole Position
Yeah.
is it's a streaming show on Paramount Plus.
Yeah.
Everyone's watching the
something
Pole
like that.
Position show.
Like,
Yeah.
You know.
No, I'm with
like,
you.
Like kind of show that people have good feelings about from their childhood, and so like
I
you
remember
can
Pole
kind of go
Position.
in
It
any
was
fun
fun.
direction with.
Right, because
I
I don't know the story of Pole Position. I'm just like, it could be
Yeah.
whatever, you know.
And I'm proud of this show, and I'm talking about it all the time.
Yeah, but at this point, you're still making it, and they're ordering
Right,
lunch.
you don't know what it's
Got it,
going
got
to
it,
be.
got it,
Yeah.
got
and they're
it.
like, we're thinking of going to Qwench.
Then I would be like, you know what? Maybe that tuna bowl, maybe that pesto chicken bowl. It's you could do way worse than that for sure.
And there's that Blaze Bowl that I considered and didn't get.
The Blaze Bowl looked good. I almost got that as well.
Yeah, buddy.
COVID's rising.
I just looked up to see if Emma, like that woke Emma up because she's usually not really paying attention to the podcast unless we mention marijuana or Family Guy.
I don't know if this goes over the top to 4 forks. How about you give your fork score?
I'll go first.
Okay.
I'll go first because I know my fork score. I like Qwench quite a bit. I think this place is a better version of Jamba. It's a better version of Robex. Again, as I said earlier, I like that Contra Creation and Contra Pressed, they're like, we're going to make this on site, like to order. You can order on the app or you can order in person, but you're going to watch us. We're going to make this from our fresh product that we have in store. Actually, I don't know how fresh it is. It might be frozen, but whatever. It's a high quality fruit they're using. And the bowls were surprising because I never had them. I would not think of having them. But as a juicery, which is primarily the purpose of me going to this place, like the bowls, again, that's something I'd have at a pinch. But the juice is the reason I go to this place. I think this is maybe my favorite of the juice chains.
Wow.
And I think for that reason, I'm in the hand-holding club with Eliza Skinner and saying this is 4.5 forks.
Wow.
Mitch, the pressure is not on. Yeah,
really smart.
You are smart.
I feel this is like looking through a telescope and being like, that's a new planet. And like an astrophysicist is like, it is in fact a new planet. Like, I just made a guess. You know this shit.
Doesn't know shit. He's a dipshit.
Wow. I mean, coming from a dipshit, he must be that too.
Eliza, you've discovered the planet Yasso.
I don't like the chocolate covered version. Wait, that sounds racist. I did not mean the Yasso makes chocolate cover. Okay.
Yeah. You're fine.
Okay, good.
Canceled.
Oh, no.
Well, you'll get a Rolling Stone cover.
More like Rolling Bone.
That's what's going on.
Trying to set you up so you can finish this.
Well, am I about to bone it, Wags? by going under 4 forks?
You should go with your heart
Yeah.
because here's the thing. I'm not precious about this chain. I am a fan. I think Qwench is doing good work. But if you're like,
I think it's
Qwench is
good,
me,
but it
that's
might
fine.
need a revisit. 3.75 forks.
Wow, 3 forks, 3 tines on the outside of the Golden Plate Club looking in. That's where it will reside. And
Casey,
you know
what do you think?
I mean, I would have gone 4, but
Wow, Casey would have gone 4. But unfortunately, it's not up to Casey.
Not
it's
up to
the
me.
Spoon Man.
We didn't even try the coffee drinks.
They do have coffee drinks, I think, not at all locations. I don't know if this
Did I
one had
fuck
coffee
up?
drinks. No, you did fine.
Is Narryman going to be mad at me?
Because there's like a, what?
Is
Of
Narryman?
Narryman? You think Narryman's going to be
He
upset?
might be mad
I
at
don't
me.
think Narryman's going to listen to this.
I think he probably listens to everything about.
You think so?
Yeah.
He's really dialed into all the
Yeah,
Qwench
he's probably
media?
got a Bing alert or whatever.
Wow.
It was a great first outing.
I think you'd be impressed by the consistency of this place because I think
Okay.
it does good work.
I was impressed by the consistency of the smoothies.
She's back.
Oh boy!
Uncanceled.
Yes, come to my cabaret.
I think as far as coffees, because there's Qwench, and I think they also have another chain called Drink Without an I, which is really obnoxious. It's like DRNK. I think DRNK is their coffee concept, and there's some drink hybrid Qwench hybrids, but not all of them. So you can't get coffee at all of them. That's
Okay.
my understanding anyway. I've never been to a drink. I think it's Drink.
I would just think that was Dr. NK, wouldn't you? I think it would be a doctor's office. All right, that about does it for Qwench.
Hey, it's time for a segment. Okay, so this is one of those, Mitch. This is a segment that we did before. The Pun Game. You may remember the Pun Game.
Yeah, we do it with Scott Ackerman?
We did the Pun Game with Scott Ackerman on a
Okay.
day you and I had a fight. And
my
I think
God,
it went
yes.
really poorly.
Yeah.
So we're going to try it again. This is Amelia Marino, our associate producer's brainchild, and Emma Erdbrink, our producer, is going to run this. You want to grab your cans. We can listen to her since she is remote. Eliza,
You said grab my
we don't do those kind of jokes here. No, it's not
Eliza's
the kind
the
of
only
show.
one that did it right.
Yeah.
So here's, I'll read the copy.
You say she's the only one who can do it? I don't think
No,
so.
I was the only one who did it right
Oh, sorry.
when directed.
Nick, Mitch, and Eliza are given something and must come up with a list of food puns based on that title. There are no turns. You just shout out puns as you think of them. The quality of the pun doesn't matter. When it seems like everyone's run out of food puns for one title, we'll move on to the next. There's 10 titles total.
This is giving me a flashback to the day we fought. It is awful.
I don't know if it's actually 10 titles, however many it is.
Okay.
And then this is a note. The puns don't have to be a spin on just the title alone. You can make puns about relevant quotes, etc.
Okay.
Or relevant topics.
Yeah.
All right, Emma, what is the topic of this pun game?
Our topic for this pun game, also known as the Bun Game, is union leaders.
That's right, the Bun Game.
Union leaders.
It's called
Oh,
because
what
the
fuck?
pun game is itself needs a pun, so it's called the Bun Game.
Okay.
Got it.
All right.
So the topic is
This
union leaders. So
is-
you're going to give us the name of a union leader, and we're going to come up with puns on it
Yes.
or buns on it.
Yes.
Okay.
You got it.
Yeah. Eliza's
Are you
got it
ready?
right. This is.
What's the opposite of the home run derby?
The vacation sit fedora.
You went different hat. I thought you were going to do a different horse race. I like that.
All
All right,
here we
let's.
go.
Hat.
Our first union leader is Samuel Gompers.
Okay, so I'll
More
get
like
Samuel
Samuel
Chompers.
Chompers.
Fuck. We did it at the same time. Tie 1-1. All
All right, I'll give you
Oh,
both.
it's not-
Samuel Glompers.
right,
Chompers
that's
is
2.
pretty good.
2-1.
Clamuel.
Chompers.
Chompers. Because he's a clam.
how about Scamuel Mompers? Like he's scamming your mom?
The fuck?
I thought it was
The
supposed to
fuck
be
was that
food
one?
pun.
Yeah,
That's
what
a
the
good one,
fuck?
but it's not food related.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry.
No points.
Was scamming your
point.
mom at a restaurant?
Samuel Adams Chompers.
Hamuel Chompers?
I got 2 now. I said Samuel Adams.
Samuel
Sam Gruel Glompers. He's eating gruel. Yum, 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 yum.
Samuel Goobers?
By the way, wait, does she get a point for that? Does that count?
Yeah, these all count. All of these count.
yeah.
This game sucks.
Samuel Bubba Gumpers Shrimp Company. All
Ooh.
right, that's fine. That's enough.
All right,
What's the
here we
next
go.
one?
For number 2, we got John L. Lewis.
John L.
John
Lewis.
L. Chew this.
That's good.
Fuck, that's really. I was just gonna go John L. Chewis, but John L. Chew this is even better.
John, the L stands for lunch, Lewis.
Bon L. Pass.
All right, now you want the next one? We got Eugene
Wait, I
V. Debs.
didn't come up with the one.
Oh, sorry.
John All New Piss because they drank so much soda.
That's insane.
What?
That's insane.
Is that food
Spew
piss?
piss.
I
No,
guess
not
if
new
you
piss.
drink
Spew piss. John All Poo Piss. John All
Oh,
Poo
poo
Piss.
piss. That
Oh, okay,
works.
all
That
right,
works.
there you
That's
go.
food.
We got
How
there.
about Mountain L. Dewis?
Oh, that's good.
Ah.
That's good.
Thank
I like
you.
that. All right. Are we feeling good with
Hershey's
John L.
poop
Lewis?
kiss.
Yeah, Hershey's Poop Kiss is also good.
That is good.
Yeah, these are all good. They're all good.
Yeah.
Hershey's
These are
Poop
fire.
Kiss?
I'm
Yeah, it's. I mean, think about it, the levels. Okay, next one.
I'm thinking about Vinod, who runs the Doughboys Wikipedia, not on our payroll, just like documenting all of these, just on
I'm
his
so
own
sorry.
time.
This is so it's not fair to him. It's not
He
fair to the
doesn't-
listeners.
He doesn't need to do that.
He does not. Vinod, you don't need to do this.
You can take this one off.
This should be more of a game. It should be a game. I mean, it is. I guess there is a winner at the end, right?
No,
Vaguely, yeah.
Oh,
no, there's no
Whoever's
winner.
left standing.
there should be a
I mean,
winner.
there's an arbitrary number of points, but they're made
No.
up and they don't matter.
Exactly. It's
All right, next one.
fucking whose
I'm-
line rules.
Yeah.
You'll win.
Yeah, obviously.
All right.
Eliza's gonna win.
Eugene V. Debs.
Eugene V. Dibs.
You owe me a Coke.
You seen these
Or
dips?
Jinx. Fuck.
See?
That's
it's
good.
like you're at a party
That's good.
and there's a table with food on it and
You've
you go,
seen these
You've
dips?
seen these dips? And
good.
Eugene G. Dibs would be like, huh, what? And you'd be like, not you. Oh, shit, that sounds like your name. And then it would be a nickname.
This is
It's good.
Thanks.
this might seem like a repeat from me, but Eugene, the V stands for vegetable dibs.
It's a G.
Fuck.
You can't change the. I guess you could make it.
G
a
stands
pun
for
or-
grapes. G stands for
It's
grapes.
V. I have a V in here. Eugene V. Debs.
I thought it was Eugene G. Debs. Is Eugene V.
Uh-oh.
Debs? No. I'm probably wrong.
You fucking nerd ass
think
trying
it's
to
a
correct
V.
me.
I
You're
should know.
wrong.
I thought it was. I heard a G.
The
I
V
thought it
is
was a V.
Vichyssois. It's mine
Or
now.
back vice versa. It is. I guess it is Eugene V. Debs. All right. Well, I should know that.
The V stands for vegetable debs.
Wow.
Nailed it.
How about Eugene V. Little Debs, like Little Debbie?
Ooh.
That's good.
Ooh, little Debs.
That's good.
Eugene V. Debs.
Come on. You can't just put chew on anything.
It's a lot. Look, it's
This
Unless they have a
entire
lot to work with
podcast
these
is
days.
based on just putting
Greens,
chew on
D.
everything.
Exactly.
Be Debs.
There you go.
Chew greens.
Hey, that's
There you
good.
go.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
That was much better than fucking lagers.
Fucking making an effort over here. Not just saying the V stands for vegetable. So yeah.
I thought that was a pretty good one.
No.
Technically, I'm on strike. I probably shouldn't be. This
Yeah,
is
we actually
exactly
should.
what
We're
I
all-
what I
should be
do.
doing
We're all
Cut all
scabbing
this
right
is-
now. We're doing a labor
Specifically, what
labor leader
I
segment,
get residuals for.
and we're
so-
scabbing.
Not
Very
me,
ironic.
but I will be doing the rest in character.
Oh,
Mitch, no.
what's the character's name?
Is this Thomas Nerryman?
Yeah,
Did Thomas
this is
Nerryman
Thomas
just join us?
Oh, I didn't
Well,
realize.
hello, Mr. Nerryman.
I didn't realize.
COVID's rising. I'm back to that guy
boy.
again.
Wait, what?
COVID rates rising.
Well, now you're pitching a sitcom. That's violating our rules.
All right, fair enough.
What's
All right.
next?
We got Rose Schneiderman.
Rose Schneiderman.
Rose Schnitzel worst.
Rose
Define
Snyder's
Schnitzelwurst.
pretzels. Yeah, what is a Schnitzelwurst?
Isn't it, schnitzel is a thing, and
Yeah,
then
Schnitzel-
worst.
yeah, okay. Yeah, okay, there you go.
Rose Finer Mint.
There you go. I'll
It's a
adjust.
gardening one too.
I'll adjust my
Here's one.
Rose Snyder's pretzels to Rose Snyder's of Hanover. I think it's better.
Mm.
I like
Rose
it.
Snyder's cut with a thing of popcorn.
So you're watching the Snyder cut with a big bin of popcorn.
Yeah.
That's the food tie-in. Okay, yeah, that's good.
I mean,
like
you, that is what Snyder's Cut means, right?
Yeah.
that's acceptable.
Right.
Everybody knows that.
Nailed it. All right, ready for the next one?
Wait, we got to be
Oh.
just. There should just be a Doe's Schneiderman,
Oh, yeah.
like the Doughboys.
There we go.
Rose.
Doe's Slidermen.
That's
That's really
fucking
good.
There we
That's
go.
good. I think that ends that one.
Rose Spider-Man with a big tub of
Whoa.
popcorn.
That's bullshit.
Oh, Rose
I gotta
Spider
count
Verse.
There you
the
go.
big,
There you go.
popcorn.
The big pipe of pop. Oppenheimer.
Give her a
Yeah.
point for Oppenheimer.
Yeah, get that one. That
Obviously.
one's good.
Nice.
Vinod, make sure Oppenheimer's in the wiki.
Oppenheimer World.
There you go.
Benoda's writing a resignation letter on the wiki page.
You're not off. We don't pay you. You're not an employee.
Oh,
That's the worst kind of employer.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
we'll send him a Doughboys hat.
Well,
Doughboy's cat. Doughboy's attack.
You don't have to make puns of the things I'm
Rose.
saying.
Joy's gnat.
Doughboy's fat. Doughboy's loser. Doughboy's pathetic.
Small dicks. All right.
I think we lost our direction there.
Little Richard.
It's not a game show where we can match. All right, I have a next one.
All right, next one. A. Philip Randolph.
A full up Randler. Isn't that those grapefruit beers?
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. Radlers, whatever.
Shambler? What are those things called?
No,
Rattlers.
they-
You're right,
Radler.
Rattlers.
They're
Radler.
Rattlers. You're right.
A full up Radler.
Philip Radler.
That's good.
Yeah, that's good. That's,
Nailing it.
that one's good. Let's just say that one won.
Okay.
Wow. Like what else used to write for Method Man. Boom, it's me. I liked working with him. That's the only good part of the experience.
Yeah.
He seems cool.
Yeah,
He does seem very cool.
He's
He
a
was
nice
lovely.
guy. Yeah,
That's
he's a nice
great.
guy. And
Hey.
very collaborative.
Oh, that's wonderful. You love to hear that.
I know, right?
How High, Boston movie.
How High is very fun. Look, it's not perfect, but it's funnier
Some
than a
stuff
lot
may
of
seem a
comedies.
little dated.
Some stuff is very dated.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's funnier than a lot of comedies.
I got pissed though when they smoked John Quincy Adams and John Adams. It's
Oh, they
insult.
smoke their ashes?
Yeah, they smoked their ashes.
But then they smoke from Ben Franklin's bong and he comes back to life
that's true.
as a ghost, and that's good.
That is good. Did we review it on Doughboys?
So we talked about How High, and
Mhm.
then our buddy Sean Diston, who was on recently in the Doughboys Double, reached out to us, was like, I would love to talk about How High with you guys.
Yeah.
And so we did an episode with him. It's Diston is an interesting booking because he doesn't like food. So anytime
Yeah.
he wants to come on the podcast, it's like there's something else
Is he
going
one
on.
of those like Huel guys? Is that what the name is?
He's one of the guys who you'll be like, hey, you want to come on and review burritos? He's like, I don't do burritos.
Yeah.
That's distant.
And there was one we asked him about
We
to do
asked
a
him
sandwich
about
tournament, and he said, I don't fuck with subs. That was his quote. I don't fuck with subs. We asked him to do a bowl tournament. He's like,
I feel like
I'm out of bowls.
that indicates that there is some kind of food that he like very much fucks with then.
I think so, and we've gotten to the bottom of it before, but I can't remember off the top of my head. But like,
Fucks
he
with
has
how
things
high?
like he doesn't eat.
Ceviche.
Yeah, he doesn't eat cheese. I know that's a big one.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Distant, what are you doing?
Well, hey, I'd love to have him on and ask him about it, but you know what? I have to wait till we review How High 2 when the strike's over.
Oh, okay. All right.
All right, let's get another one, Emma.
All
How
right,
many
here's
more do we have left?
I got 5 more, but we can do
Jesus
however-
Christ.
Oh my God, just Doritos.
Just
Just
do one,
rhymes with
yeah.
all of them.
This one will have some good ones. Caesar
Okay, great.
Chavez.
Caesar salad
salads.
Chavez. Fuck.
Oh, wait, no, we had a roast that was Little Caesar Chavez, so I'll say that one just because it was said.
That's not
That's a
fair.
good one.
You're using one that's already been made.
Yeah.
Cheesy hat vest.
That's really good.
Thank you.
Caesar Dog Food Chavez? That's a
Ooh, it
dog
seems
food brand?
insulting, but yeah.
That's a dog food brand.
It is.
Sure.
It is.
Cheesy cheesy Chavez. Oh, fuck it. You know, I resigned from this show or game. I can't tell.
See her? Charcuterie.
Charcuterie's good.
I like it.
It is, right?
All right, Emma, you want to pick one more randomly from the stack?
All right,
We'll
let's
close it
let's
out.
hop down to the bottom one. We'll do. How about Fran Drescher?
Fran Drescher, Flan Drescher.
Pan dresser.
Fran Drescher is also good. Fran.
Frank's and
Frank's.
dressing. Everyone's
Frank's-
favorite Christmas meal.
Frank's dressing
Frank's and
sounds.
dressing.
Frank's dressing sounds like a great idea to me.
Like Frank's Red Hot
sauce?
dressing? Yeah, absolutely. I bet you could do a good recipe there.
That's
Fran-
$1 million idea.
If anyone
you
wants
ask
to,
me.
to make
No, it's
Frank's
French,
Red Hot
it's,
dressing.
It's French dressing, right? French.
Oh, is it
Fran
just French
dresser?
dressing? It's just
French
French. Never
dressing.
mind.
That's-
I was going to have our listeners say if anyone wants to come up with a recipe for Frank's dressing and let us know how it is. But if it's just French dressing, then
I
never
mean,
mind.
if the pun for Fran Drescher really
Yeah.
feels like it should be French dressing.
Yeah.
Ranch dressing.
All right, I'm going to say Eliza won the segment.
Yeah,
How about this?
100%.
Hell yeah! What do I get?
The nanner.
Nothing.
The nanner, like
I
the
don't
nanny.
want your nanner.
The nanner.
Oh, I thought that was the answer to what I got.
The nanner.
It's coming on the 7th day of Christmas.
The nanner.
The nanner. Just like a restaurant value fee. That was the Bun Game, aka the Pun Game. Just
Emma,
like a restaurant value-
what were the score? Give us a breakdown of what the numbers you were writing there.
Were you
Well, so
keeping
here's
track?
the thing. I started diligently keeping track of who was saying food puns, and then by like round 2 or 3, I stopped. So I think Eliza has the most. You guys were all pretty close, within like 2 or 3 points of each other.
Yeah.
But
All right.
Eliza
Let's say
definitely
Eliza
won.
won. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, great. Just like a
Great
restaurant
job.
value feedback.
I
Let's open
win.
the feedback. Today's email is from Jesse in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. Jesse writes, "Hey guys, when I was a teenager, my friends and I would obnoxiously blast Gucci Mane and other questionable artists as we pulled up to the McDonald's drive-thru. Now a grown-ass man. Every time these songs come up on my shuffle, it makes me crave a McChicken. Do you fellas have any music-related fast food cravings? Any artists you loved as a young person that now make you feel ashamed?" Seems like 2 separate questions there. But any-
Pavlov's hot dog.
it is sort of a Pavlov's hot dog situation. Like at a certain point, you hear
I thought
the-
we were doing the pun game still.
No, that part's over. We're finished with that now.
You hear a song, it makes you think of a. Well, look, if I hear, I feel like chicken tonight, then I want some KFC.
That's a jingle, yeah,
It's
sure.
a jingle.
Although that was not a KFC song. That was a jingle for
shit.
Chicken Tonight, the product. Kind of like a hamburger helper for chicken.
Yeah. Well, it makes me want KFC.
We would have Chicken Tonight sometimes. It was not bad because it was basically
Really?
just a jar of sauce and like some noodles.
It's like casserole maker.
It was like casserole maker, and then you just add chicken to it. It was fine.
Probably mostly cream of chicken soup.
Yeah, probably. It was probably just marked up.
Yeah. I'm trying to think about this actual question, and I don't.
I have, so
Nothing. Yeah, this is the thing. There's certainly okay. We talked earlier about canceled artists, so that's its own thing. But there's no one who was like, man, I was really into that band. I loved Megadeth, but now I'm embarrassed by it. Like I don't have that feeling ever.
I mean, I do remember in high school, I drove an old car that only had an AM/FM radio in it, so I would have to have a little like tape deck, or maybe it was a CD player. I had some little like boombox in the car. And I remember playing Beastie Boys and getting Slurpees.
That's good.
Oh, that's fun.
That's good as hell.
It's pretty stereotypical, right? I mean, it feels like just out of an after-school special.
No, that makes me think of like a time in my life when because I remember I was in when I kind of my high school, middle school was more like grunge metal. High school, I kind of got into ska punk, and so I think like that kind of ska punk I associate with like really shitty like AM PM burgers and like just shittier, like the cheapest fucking fast food you can possibly get, like cheaper than like Wendy's or what have you.
What would that be?
I think of I do specifically think of going to the gas station and going to like AM PM specifically and getting their hot dogs and hamburgers and their Slurpee ripoff. Yeah,
for a solo trip, I would say that. I would say if it's more than one person, it's Little Caesars, right?
Little Caesars is a great value. We didn't do it as much when I was younger, but yeah.
It's not fair is like Cheeseburger in Paradise,
Yeah, see, but those aren't your personal, unless they are your personal associations.
I mean,
Heaven on earth with an onion slice.
It's a great song.
Great song.
I feel like it is a song like if you're having
burgers.
Like
cheeseburgers. What?
If you like cheeseburger sliders.
Yeah. And eating fries in the rain.
It's disgusting.
It's better if they're not wet, but they're good just the same. If you like dipping them in mayo,
that's better.
I won't judge you at all.
I'm the
because I like that stuff. So give me a call.
I feel like this was like also verging into you not knowing the song.
What song? I was just making that up.
The Pina Colada song, aka Escape, or I think the parenthetical is it's Escape.
It's Escape, the Pina Colada song.
But that's like
Escape, kind of scary title.
It is scary. Well, there's a Metallica song called Escape.
Let's come with me and escape.
Mm-hmm.
It's like that Duran Duran Bond song.
Oh yeah,
The View to a Kill.
Durian.
Hey, Sirhan.
So
he's on the cover of Rolling Stone. Durian.
Sirhan.
So the what was I going to say? That's the song that people like, and for me, for the longest time, associate with Jimmy Buffett. It's not a Jimmy Buffett song. It's a different fucking guy.
Rupert
Grint.
No.
It's not
Rupert Grint is from Harry Potter, you fool.
No. You have a computer.
Rupert Holmes?
No. He's also from movies.
Rupert Escape.
But he also wrote the music for
it is Rupert Holmes.
Oh, it is.
Rupert Holmes.
Okay. He did the music for The Mystery of Edwin Drood.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. I very much like that musical.
Rupert Holmes.
Harry, I used magic to create a new song.
No.
This is the scene from the movie.
It's about using the right bathroom. Oh, God. Sucks.
If you like poop in coladas.
From Rupert Holmes to Pete Holmes. What a wild ride it's been.
What were we doing?
A podcast.
Oh, we had music related fast food cravings. So I guess ska punk, I have an association with like really cheap fast food. Taco Bell also in that category. I remember getting really fucking like the value menu at Taco Bell. But I don't have a specific we're playing this song that means we're gonna get food. It's just like that time in my life kind of corresponded with those two things.
Yeah, and even mine is like I remember one time where we did that where we were like we're cutting class and getting Slurpees because we weren't bad kids but we wanted to be.
I will say that actually is making me think because I used to have an evening orchestra practice and I would go to this orchestra practice.
You were one of the bad kids.
No, I was fucking bad news. I'd go play fucking bassoon in an orchestra. And then my dad would pick me up, and it would be like a little too late for dinner for a kid.
A little too late for dinner for a kid tonight.
That's another Rupert Holmes song.
Everybody's going to sleep, Daddy. Turn off the light. You're missing your children's childhood, right?
Well, I would have that playing.
Yeah.
But it was like, at like 9 o'clock. It was like a little later than you'd have like a school night
Cats in
dinner.
the cradle and the bean burrito. I got to work on, it's hard without a writer's room.
No,
Get
this
us
is
off the strike. I'm listening again. I'm listening now.
we would go to Jack in the Box. And so like I've said this on the podcast before, but we go to Jack in the Box and Jack in the Box would
Whereas
have,
Mitch would poop
I
in
would
the
jack
box.
in a box. I would jack in a box.
Jesus.
If I was out and there was nowhere else to do it, I would jack off in the box.
What's in the box?
Take a look.
You are Kevin Spacey. So I had a
Innocent, might I add. Recently found innocent
Was he?
by the English court.
So we would go to Jack in the Box every night after orchestra practice. My dad would take me to the drive-thru, and I would have I started off with a baseline of 2 Jack in the Box tacos in addition to my regular order, and then I kept going. I just kept adding 2 tacos until I eventually hit 10 tacos because it was 2 tacos for 99 cents.
Was your dad like, all right?
Yeah, he was like kind of like, all right, but I reached that point. He's like, that's too many. I'm good with 8 tacos. So I would still get 8 tacos and like a jumbo Jack.
I had a similar thing after ballet class. I
Okay.
hated ballet, but like, I don't know, my parents were like, maybe it'll fix her legs. She's weird. And so I had to go, and the payoff was either Little Caesars or Arby's afterwards.
Oh, fuck. Arby's is good.
Right? Those potato pancakes, because they used to still
Oh,
have
yeah.
them then. Ugh, so good.
Arby's is it's been such a punchline, but Arby's fucking rules.
So I don't have music that I associate with fast food as much as extracurricular activities
Sure.
that I associate, which I think you
Right.
share, I see.
You might think of Stravinsky's The Rite of Spring, which you were dancing to in class, and then you associate that with.
With getting into a car that has 2 paper-wrapped pizzas inside of it.
There is songs that I listen. Look, I did buy the chocolates with this. This is kind of food related, just because it sounds foodish. I did buy the chocolate starfish and the hot dog flavored water. Disgusting titled
Gross
album. And that is, I think, ever buying a Limp Bizkit album is embarrassing. I think that is just embarrassing. Even though maybe I go to bat for a song or two. Like I went to bat for Creed. I went to bat for Creed not too long ago too. But there's definitely, for me, I think it's sadder when there's songs that remind me of being younger, and then that's just sad. Like Led Zeppelin is like, I'm not like I used to be when I listened to Led Zeppelin. Even Pink Floyd, but that's like a band I continued on with.
I feel like if you're not who you were when you used to listen to Limp Bizkit, that's like a happy thing.
Yeah, sure.
Of course,
Good
I was
point.
never that guy. I like Limp Bizkit got very popular, and then Redman and Method Man did a song with Fred Durst, and that was like part of the reason I was like, I'll buy this album.
Y'all guys saw the Woodstock 99 documentaries?
I didn't watch it.
I didn't watch it either.
There was 2, and one of them was very boring, and the other one was like really good. And by good, upsetting, very upsetting.
Sure.
And I believe Limp Bizkit was one of the big turning points that took Woodstock 99 from like a fun music festival to a firestorm.
Yeah, I don't know the exact chain of events, but I do know people always associated them playing break stuff with then just like full on rioting.
There's a couple bands like that I bought like CDs of. I'm like, even then I was like, I don't really like them. But it's more for me, the sad ones are like, oh, I still like Led Zeppelin, but listening to it makes me sad or something. I've even come around on that since then. But there's like other artists that like I listened to back in the day when I was like more of a free soul, I guess you could say.
Cats in the
Free
cradle
spirit.
and the Zeppelin's led.
What you know what? Now that I've said this, I thought of another thing. Today was a good day. It reminds me of Fat Burger, but that's very literal.
Yeah.
Those are all literal ones. I can't think of a song that like I'm sure that we like drove around, listened to music, and then got food or Slurpees or whatever.
I also I've been trying to eject those memories a little bit, just because I had too many of them for too long, and so anything that would happen would be like, you know what this reminds me of, and people were like, that's a boring story. That's just about you getting a bean burrito. We didn't need to hear about that just because every morning came on.
You thought about starting a podcast? Worked out for us.
Honestly was my podcast. It was called Cool Playlist. I believe both
Cool
you guys
Playlist.
did.
We had a lovely time.
My sister just reminded me of one I asked her that I sang last.
How did you ask her? Were you on your phone during the podcast?
Yeah. And she said, when we get pizza, you'd sing party, pizza party.
Ah, the commercial.
Oh, that's good.
And which I guess is just another commercial song. But she said, you did it last night. I sang it last night.
Really?
Mhm.
In your sleep?
Yes. in between fucking growling snores, I was yelling out "pizza party."
That's how I imagine you sleep.
I brought up the pizza list last night. I said, "Party, pizza party."
Yeah, I believe that was a jingle for a game, a children's game called Pizza Party.
You're 100% right, and that was a fun little game. And also, of course, Pizza Hut, Kentucky Fried Chicken in a Pizza Hut. You know this.
I only know.
We've talked about this before,
and I've talked about how I don't know this. The one I know is I'm in a Taco Bell, I'm in a Pizza Hut, I'm in a combination Taco Bell and Pizza Hut.
Oh yeah, but that is an actual song.
Yeah, I know, but that's what you were saying. And I was like, I don't remember that song, but I know this other song.
You don't know. Yes, we've had this discussion.
I got really interested in during the lockdowns. One of my, I guess, trauma responses was getting into old fast food and whatever middle food merch. So like, I bought some old Happy Meal toys, and I bought myself a Wendy's jazz cap. Do you guys remember the jazz caps?
Oh, wow. Okay, yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, it was like a baseball cap with a Hawaiian print on it.
That's sick as hell.
All those kid songs were fun.
Okay,
you know, you knew the Pizza Hut, Kentucky Fried Chicken, and Pizza Hut, McDonald's.
No.
We don't
no
know
one.
This.
Emma's nodding along. Casey doesn't know either.
It's an East Coast thing. It must be
no,
Did you have
East Coast. I think he just made it up.
Could be a Mitch thing.
Do you remember From East to West? Us kids are the best. Do you remember that one? That was like a bus song.
What?
I like all the songs where the kids are like, "We're good. The kids are good." It's funny. You don't remember this?
Oh, I don't remember that.
Well, that about does it for Doughboys. Thanks for being here, Eliza.
After these messages.
I will be right
I remember that one.
back.
Giddy up.
You know, I will say
I thought it was... Doesn't the horse spawn on him at some
Yeah, it
point?
probably does.
I real quick, the one I remember, like, do you remember Sugar Pie Honey Bunch? There was a point. There was a point where that turned into a Duncan Hines jingle, and it was like Duncan Hines and no one else. So, like, I think of that song. That always makes me think of Duncan Hines.
When I was really little, there was an ice cream sandwich called Mr. Big Stuff, and they used.
I remember Mr. Big Stuff.
They used the Mr. Big Stuff song for that.
Mr. Big Stuff.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, Ozempic. There's another one.
If you have a question or comment about the world of Shane Restaurants, you can email us at doughboyspodcast@gmail.com or leave us a voicemail 830-GO-DOUGH. You're not supposed to reference TV that's on the air right now, Mitch. You're going to get in trouble.
My sister said on top of spaghetti. Like,
yeah, sure.
It's just, it's all capitalism. Like, we remember things.
Remember
from
jingles that are
commercials and
designed
shows.
for you to
I
remember.
thought that was just a fun kids parody.
That's
what Big Spaghetti wants you to think.
God damn it. They always do that to me.
Leave us a voicemail, 830-GO-DOUGH. That's 830-463-6844. And to get the Doughboys Double, our weekly bonus episode, you can join the Golden or Platinum Play Club at patreon.com/Doughboys. Eliza Skinner, always a treat to have you on the show.
Thank you.
I'm glad to get you in studio here at Headgum. What an absolute treat. Thank you for giving us so much of your time.
Sure, no problem. I didn't
love
expect
you.
it to be this long.
Wait, really?
No, I'm kidding.
I'm sorry.
No, I was kidding. No,
now
really
I'm
fun.
worried.
No, I was kidding.
We started a little late and we went a little long. I'm sorry. We were having fun.
No,
we had to go
I'm
long.
Kidding.
We had that game.
I'm just doing the funny thing where I make you uncomfortable.
Oh yeah, actually, Emma, we have some more Pun Game ones. Do we want to throw them out there?
Oh no. Yeah, it was very fun, and I enjoyed my lunch. And thank you. And my album is still for sale.
Yeah, wait. Do your plugs. Tell us where people can check stuff out.
Yeah, it's just my album. It's called Regarding My Lovers, and it's available on wherever you get comedy albums, but also a special thing.
There you go. Check that out.
I love it.
And hey, that'll do it for this episode of Doughboys. Until next time, for the Spoon Man, Mike Mitchell. What's happening?
Got some Grimace shoes on. I like them.
I get some purple shoes. Yeah, they're. I mean, I wouldn't call them Grimace shoes.
All right,
they're just purple. They're like skate shoes, but I like them. Thank you.
And for the Spoon Man, Mike Mitchell, I'm Nick Weiger. Happy eating.
See ya. Want to dress like the Doughboys? Of course you don't. But you will want to wear our all-new Doughboys merch. Check out our completely revamped merch line in partnership with Kinship Goods. We've got high-quality shirts, hats, aprons, totes, and much more to come. Wow! Only at doughboys.kinshipgoods.com. That's KINSHIP goods.com. Sources for the intro are in the episode description.
That was a Headgum podcast.